From downtown, this is Tim Kitzer from NBA Jam, and you're listening to NintenDomain Podcast. Boom shakalaka!
This week on NintenDomain, holy fuck, we got 2 directs to talk about. Oh my god, what do we do? Let's do it.
Please do not make me do that with my mice.
2 directs. Switch 2 direct. Switch 1 direct. Which Switch games are left? Switch 2 price, lots or less. Double your bets. Find out next. It says 1-2 Switch double Nintendo Direct.
Let's go!
That's a lot. Welcome to NintenDomain Podcast, episode 465. Your place to hear Nintendo fans talk about Nintendo shit, as we are doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And who are we? Welcome to NintenDomain Podcast, episode 465. Your place to hear Nintendo fans talk about Switch 1 and Switch 2. Holy shit. A lot of stuff happened. It's going to be a crazy lot of shit. So we're not going to talk about news. We're not going to talk about games that we played. We're just going to talk about the directs because there's 2 of them, and we have not really talked about either of those.
Nope.
But we are your hosts. I'm Trey Geomodification Donkey Kong Johnson.
I'm Jeremy. My Switch 2 is already tarnished. Mikowski.
I'm John Chibi Hitman Knitter.
That's so cute.
I just have to say off the top, because we did like a bingo prediction thing last night, and a lot of the stuff that we said was right. That's pretty cool. Yep. I thought obviously when I saw it, I was like, Hitman, John, you're fucking probably, hey, just being like,
I went nuts.
Yeah. Or what is it, the World of Assassination or whatever? I was like, holy shit, Hitman and 007 and Elden Ring and a From Software exclusive for Nintendo?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Like, Nintendo was like, it's like when AEW hired like Mercedes Monet and like gave her like $8 million. It's like the same sort of thing where they're like they're laying it up. They're just like slam dunking it on this, I thought.
Yep.
It was like, honestly, yeah, a From Software exclusive, like, holy shit. Yeah, From Software, like when I saw it originally, I was like, "Oh, is this Bloodborne?"
I was thinking it was Bloodborne, and then
right?
I was like excited because it may be better than Bloodborne, but it may also not be because I think it might be an online multiplayer game exclusively.
Well, I did see 2 people standing next to each other. I mean, we'll get to that, but I mean, the first thing I thought was because when we did our predictions with Dominic, Jeremy, you did say the Bloodborne, just Bloodborne because 10-year anniversary showing up on Switch, and I was like, when I was watching, I was like, wait. Are we getting Bloodborne on Switch? Like, did Nintendo really somehow work this around where this is how it's working? Like, holy shit! I don't know. I mean, who knows?
Sony owns the IP, I guess.
But regardless, is what I'm saying, that all of us were very correct on a lot of things that we didn't expect to. And John, you can finally shut up about Chibi Robo because hey, Chibi Robo is here. It's here.
Chibi Robo is here
on GameCube.
But I will not shut up about Chibi Robo because this.
Wait, did they say that it was coming to the GameCube?
It is coming to the GameCube.
It's on there, yeah. It was on the. Yeah, they showed it 100%.
This is just reinvigorating my love, my interest in the next Chibi Robo because this just means that they're testing the waters to see.
Sure, yeah.
Is this really a viable thing? Did we screw up the last 20 years by putting this in the shadows? So they're testing the waters with it. So everybody, as soon as the GameCube thing comes out, go play Chibi Robo. Just leave it running 24/7.
Chibi Robo is the one that's been running, keeping everything clean and stuff in the warehouse where all those secret games are still stored, like the Wind collection.
You got him hard at work at the warehouse.
That is true.
He's plugging and unplugging all kinds of things.
We are getting ahead of ourselves, and I did want to talk about the Switch One Direct before we got to the 2, but But I have to say, the GameCube one, like, holy shit, they were showing all these games that are fucking expensive. Like Fire Emblem,
Path
Pokemon, like 2 Pokemon games, like Chibi Robo. These are hella expensive ass games that they're giving to us on Nintendo Switch Online. Yep. Thank you, Nintendo. Like, yeah, that was like, they were really like, you know, they were throwing it down there like 100%. So, yeah, I searched forever for like Pokemon XD, like that one. I have it over there.
Gale of Darkness.
Yeah, the Gale of Darkness. But I mean, but those games are hard to find, and Chibi Robo's expensive too. And Luigi's Mansion.
$30 last I checked.
Luigi's Mansion 1, John, you can finally play it and not have to pay for it. You can finally experience the greatness of Luigi's Mansion.
You're right. I will.
Yeah,
I played it back in the day, but yes, I will get into it. Yes.
But that Fire Emblem game, the GameCube Fire Emblem game, is hella expensive. I have it because I bought it when it came out, but.
Path of Radiance.
Yes, Path of Radiance is hell of expensive.
It's hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
And showing that on there is like, I mean, I felt like they like know what people want for a GameCube Nintendo Switch Online. So let's fucking bring it. And yes, I'm 100% buying that controller because GameCube, as I 100%. Said on our Patreon, patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast, my third favorite Nintendo system. I love
That's
the GameCube.
That's a day one priority. Get that controller.
I am. Costs. I will pay $80 for it if I have to. I want that fucking wireless GameCube controller so much. I want that.
I wish they would have made a wireless GameCube controller at some point in time.
Oh, yeah, like the Wavebird, which the Wavebird is like one of the best controllers of all time.
It was the first of its kind that I think, like, it was the most modern controller of its era.
And speaking of Patreon, by the way, if anybody listens to the last episode, maybe you noticed that we have more ads now. If you don't want to hear ads, go to patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast, and for just $1, you can get rid of those ads. You get rid of those $5 Shumba or Talkspace or whatever's on there. You can get rid of them. Just throw us some money, and then you can get rid of those ads. Check that out.
Right, we're blackmailing you.
It really sounds that way.
What?
We're blackmailing you.
You're blackmailing me? Why?
No, you sound like you're blackmailing the listeners.
I was just saying, just you can have less ads if you show us some support. That's all.
Anyway,
I will send you pieces of this Nintendo cartridge.
Hey, how many
so much in the mail?
Hey, I'm a huge fan of podcasts, and I always throw money to podcasts.
I do too.
To not have to listen to ads. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying. I would never say anything against our listeners. And yes, we have 71 at least episodes of bonus content.
I'm all about bonus content. I'll listen to
lots of stuff.
Not to even mention we got the How Is It Now stuff that's on there, and we also have the WART radio and the videos of us and all that. I'm just saying there's a lot of Patreon stuff. I'm just saying if you were like, oh my god, why are there ads here? Throw us a buck. I mean, nothing costs $1 anymore. You can't. It's not even it's not even a cup of coffee or whatever. Just saying you could throw something for it if you want to not have ads.
Yeah, what's $1 anymore? I think they even put up the price of Arizona tea.
I think $1 is actually a penny now. I think they switched it. No, it's just that's what it means. But anyway, yeah, my basement was flooded earlier. It's been a day. But yeah, Switch 1 Direct.
That came out of nowhere. We kind of knew about it.
Yeah, we did predictions about it last week with Dominic from Dissonant Waves. Dominic from the Dissonant Waves podcast. We
the music podcast.
Yeah, the music podcast we talked about last week. We did some predictions for it. And it was kind of weird because the Switch 1 Direct, there was a good amount of it that we saw again in the Switch 2 Direct. But let's just, I don't know, try to roll
through it.
Let's roll through it. So Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake.
Cool.
Still no release date. But there's a new character for Dragon Quest 1 in there. Cool. I mean, yeah, I love Dragon Quest. Yeah, I mean, I'm buying this no matter what, but it was kind of weird where it's like, oh yeah, new character for Dragon Quest 1. Here's the full party of Dragon Quest 2. No release date. This is a reoccurring theme on this Direct. It's no release dates. And still no release dates for a lot of these games on here. But yeah, Dragon Quest 1 and 2, it looks awesome. I'm buying it.
Maybe it's a way of, it's making the Switch seem like it's going to be around for a while.
No sleep for Kaname Date from AI, the Somnium Files. We saw this on the Switch 2 Direct also. It's a puzzle game. Honestly, if you're interested in these games, you can actually buy the original AI Somnium Files for $3 right now. It's super on sale. I actually kind of thought about getting it just to know what it's about. But yeah, you can buy it for $3, the original one. It's on sale because of this announcement. So if you're interested in the game, check it out right now. Raido Remastered. This is one I'm really interested in because it's another Shin Megami Tensei game. It's a remake of a PlayStation 2 game, and you know, if you've listened to this podcast, you know that I love PlayStation 2, GameCube, not really Xbox, but it was the same era. But I love that era, the PlayStation 2, GameCube era, and this is one of those, and it's also coming out on Switch too, and I'm buying it. It's going to be $50 everywhere, so I'm getting this fucking game. I'm very excited about it. I love SMT, so let's do it.
Shadow Labyrinth. It's the messed up Pac-Man game.
Yeah, it's really messed up. It's like kind of like Bayonetta's.
Wasn't that part of
Pac-Man.
that show too? The secret levels or whatever. Wasn't it like shown there, and then then we saw it as a game on the Game Awards, and then we saw it on Switch 1, and then we saw it on Switch 2 again today. I mean, do you guys give a shit about this? Whatever. Metroidvania with a Pac-Man.
But what is it more than Pac-Man with teeth? I don't know it really. Other than that,
It's kind of like giving Pac-Man a more like horror kind of element.
what's the reasoning? Or I don't know.
It looks like a Metroidvania with a Pac-Man buddy. Is what I got from it. Metroidvania with your friend Pac-Man. I don't know.
he
If you're
seems
right.
kinda
I've got a thunderstorm going on out here, so that's what that is.
Yeah, hopefully your basement isn't flooding. Oh wait, you don't have a basement.
I don't have one.
You're upstairs. But yeah, no.
I'm safe. Moving on to Patapon 1+2 Replay, the music rhythm game from, I think it was PS Vita, right?
Yeah, well,
PlayStation
maybe
Portable,
PlayStation Portable,
not
yeah,
Vita.
these are-
Portable. Yep.
3 rhythm games. There were 3 of the rhythm games in this direct, which I thought was pretty cool. I like rhythm games. 3 of them. There are 3 rhythm games. This is the first of the 3 rhythm games. I've actually always really wanted to play Patapon. I think it was on PlayStation Plus for PSP.
It is.
If
Still.
you had it way back then, I mean, getting a PSP to connect online is pretty much impossible right now. But if you have a really old router, you could probably get it on there. I mean,
you
can't.
can put it on your PS4 or 5 if you have PS Plus. It's on there.
Oh, okay. But I'm saying you can't play it on PSP because PSPs don't connect to routers.
No, PSP is what I say is how I spell the words I say to my cats when I want them to come over.
Yeah, it's like, or yeah.
Story of Seasons, Grand Bazaar. It's like farming games that are growing on trees.
Remake of a 3DS game.
Yeah.
So I'm into it. And also we saw this again on the Switch 2 Direct as well.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I mean, it seems kind of cool. Like you make a,
I like
you
3DS games.
You run like a shop instead of just like sending your stuff off. You actually have to manage a shop. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I like 3DS games, and I like remakes of 3DS games, so I'm interested. And speaking of things that are on Switch 2 Direct as well, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
This is where I got one of my marks.
Jedi Samus.
Yeah,
Finally
what's
got a
up
nice
with giving? I don't like
trailer.
Samus getting supernatural powers. I know there are kind of always were like a blend of fantasy and sci-fi, but I don't know, just something about their alien worlds where you don't understand what's going on. So I guess I don't know.
Maybe there's a sci-fi explanation for it, right? Like maybe there's some more technical.
I mean, it's an upgrade.
We don't know.
I figured it was an upgrade to the suit, right? It's like a new way to use the suit. I figured, yeah, because on the Slack, Jeremy said that you were weirded out from it. It's because of the sci-fi nature of it.
Well,
or not the sci-fi, like the psychic nature
Fantasy.
of it, I guess.
Psychic.
yeah, and also it's just like all it ever really showed was that you're going to use those powers to open doors in different ways. Like we already shoot doors to open them. We don't need to open doors with psychic powers.
Yeah, right. And also when you can like direct your you can shoot the beam
That's
and
cool.
you can direct.
That's cool.
Well, I felt like that would take me out of the action of it. Like I don't need I want to dodge and shoot people and move around. I don't want to everything stops and I got to move this beam way up here.
Yeah.
To hit this thing to open the door. Like I felt like that would kind of take me out of the moment.
I can totally see that being in a
a
puzzle where you have to shoot through a tunnel system to hit a switch or something.
Yeah, but wouldn't you? I mean, if you're just you're in it and you're like, oh, I'm dodging, I'm hitting this guy, I'm doing over here, I'm hitting this guy, and you're like, oh wait, hold on, we got to stop. So for 30 seconds, you got to do the dit like that. I don't know. I felt like that would be something that would take me out of the experience.
Sure. I mean, that's always been the thing with Samus. Samus's powers take Samus places. So having a little drone bullet or whatever, that's not taking Samus anywhere. That's sending a little drone bullet off, and instead of turning into a spider ball and going through the tunnel system and having fun that way.
I guess think of the look of this game. I mean, I think it looks beautiful. I like this sort of almost sort of cell shady kind of look to it.
I forget what podcast I heard it on, but somebody said that it looked like the like the origin art of something, like the original art. Like it looks like
concept art.
Yeah, it looks like concept art, which I agree with that. Like it looks really, really good. Like it looks
To me,
like
it kind of looks like
you know
Metroid Prime
when you
Remastered.
see the concept art of something and you're like, oh, I wish it looked this good. This actually looks like the original idea for it, and I'm into it.
How much does it look like the Prime remakes?
That's what I'm saying. I think it looks like
think
the
it looks
remaster.
different.
Does it look like that?
From the way that the worlds look, I think it looks much different than Prime 1. I mean, what you saw in the Direct doesn't remind me of any of the places you go to in Prime 1, like that sort of thing. Like, I think it looks great, but I don't think it looks like those areas. So it doesn't remind me of that remake.
I'm not a Metroid Prime 4 hater or nothing, but I don't know. To me, I lost some interest in it from this trailer.
Well, apparently it's never coming out because we still have no date for it. There's no, we had that awful, we had that awful episode where we had a guest where he's like,
we have a date
where he was like
2025 TBD.
Well, yes,
Sometime
this year, but we do not have an actual day for it. What? Come on, it's coming out this year. You can't give it a fucking date even? What the hell? What the hell is going on here? And we already have a different version of it for Switch 2, and we still have no date. I mean, whatever, that one dude that was here that like gave us like 5 hours of podcast was like, Metroid Prime 4 is never coming out. And maybe he was right, because it will never have a date, ever. We never know where to show up for that game. Disney Villains Curse Cafe. None of us are playing that.
It's out now, so we're all not playing it right now.
I was watching this Direct in bed and just walked in like right at the end of Metroid Prime, and just sat down. Was like, oh yeah, the Nintendo Direct. Let's watch it. And you were like, yeah, Disney Cafe. Nope. I was like, yeah, no, I don't give a shit. But
And also,
whatever.
It's a blatant ripoff of Coffee Talk, which, like, shame on this giant company for ripping off an indie company's game.
Well, I mean, but also,
Original ideas.
but don't forget there was the Pokemon Cafe game too, where you can make all the different drinks based on the different Pokemon. Like, I'm just saying, it has existed for a long time.
It's essentially a genre now.
But I mean, I don't know if you're into Disney evil princesses or whatever. Cool. But I think this Witchbrook game looks really cool. Speaking of,
Yeah, kind of like a witchy RPG Stardew like.
yeah, my wife is a super witch, so I was like, hey, Witchbrook looks cool, and we saw it again on the Switch 2 Direct also, and
It's from Chucklefish, who we like, right?
Chucklefish is great. Yeah, they've done a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, they're nice.
Eternal Life of Goldman. This game
I'm interested.
looked fucking beautiful. Like we watched.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I remember. We were like, oh, holy shit! It looks great. Like the art style looks amazing on it. So
Yeah, the animation is like beautiful, fluid. It has its own really unique look, and it's kind of a DuckTales like game. Did you notice that this whole
that you can jump on stuff.
Well, his whole main mode of transportation is bouncing on the cane.
Jeremy, woo!
Yo, what's up?
No, I was just saying you would always say woo woo whenever you said. Back in the day, whenever we said DuckTales, you would say woo woo. Where were you on that one? Yeah.
It's late. Holiday 2025. This is coming out. This has my high interest.
Mine
How
too.
about Gradius Origins? We got some.
I honestly thought this game already came out. Well, because there was the Namco Arcade Collection, which had a bunch of Gradius stuff on it.
There was a shooter collection.
I think
Well,
there's
well,
like an
some of those
R-Type
were in here.
collection that came out.
Gradius Collection. I own it. I played it. There's a bunch of Gradius stuff on there. So I was kind of like, oh, this is already here. But, oh yeah, so maybe we don't have, what is it called? Sarasnara? What's the last one? Salamander, yeah. But we don't have Salamander 3. I mean, that's what we were all waiting
is an
for,
all-new
right?
game.
We all wanted Salamander 3.
I've been
2.
pissed that I had to hang at the end of Salamander 2 for so long.
That's what I was going to say.
Could
Yeah,
happen next?
on the end of Salamander 2, I was like, wait, everybody died in Salamander 2. Are they going to come back? Are they going to have like 8 years of whatever, and they're going to blip and then come back, and then we'll have another movie? Like, is that what's going to happen here with Salamander 3?
Yeah. Will the plane shoot more bullets? We don't know.
Well, JR is still there, so.
But yeah, Gradius Origins. There's a bunch of Gradius games. But where's Nemesis at? Where is Nemesis at? Nemesis was the Game Boy original game. When I watched it, I was like, where's Nemesis? That's my own Nemesis that it isn't there.
Rift of the next Necrodancer came next.
Wait, what?
Rhythm game number 2.
Rhythm game number 2. Yep.
So wait,
on the day.
It's a Guitar
Crypt?
Hero like.
So it's not crypt, it's rift.
Rift of the
yeah,
necrodancer,
because it's like nah, you know, you're doing the meh, you know, you're doing
yeah, it's a
the
little bit of a
things on
change
the
up
side.
from the gameplay style of the series, but it's more like Guitar Hero, hitting buttons to the beat of the music. Yep, and that's out today or out
Last
now,
week
rather.
it was
Last
out
week,
last
whatever it was.
Thursday. Yeah,
Yes, Tamagotchi Plaza. Kind of looks like what if Tamagotchi were Animal Crossing?
It
I
looks
don't know.
just like it looked like the model designs looked the same as Animal Crossing. It was like identical. It looked. I really thought it was an Animal Crossing.
saw that on the Switch 2 Direct also.
Yep,
Came back for
Pokemon
Switch 2.
Legends ZA, another one that's on the Switch
It's the pizza
2
game.
Direct as well.
But yeah, pizza, Pokemon Pizza.
Still no date.
you can fight on rooftops. You
Mhm.
can throw Pokeballs at like Pokemon Masters or whatever, like and
You
hit them in
basically
the head.
meet people
whatever.
in alleys at night to fight.
Yeah.
You guys are both getting this one, right?
Oh yeah.
Nope.
I'm getting it. I'm buying the Switch 2 version because it has better frame rate. And by the way, there are going to be Switch 2 remakes or Switch 2 updates of Scarlet and Violet, which I played through. I played through that and I loved it. But for the people who didn't play it, they are doing updates to fix the frame
That's
rate and
pretty
all
cool.
that.
Cool.
But no, I'm getting ZA. I mean, Arceus was in my top 5 best games of that year. Pokemon Legends Arceus. So yeah, of course I'm getting this fucking game. Looks great. I'm into
I
it.
think we're all
might.
getting Rhythm Heaven Groove
Yes.
Fuck yeah. No, next
coming out
Sometime
year.
next year.
2026. Yeah,
I don't know.
I
It
mean,
depends on my.
they didn't announce it, but of course this is coming to
Are we
Switch 2.
still
It's
around?
not official, but for
Well,
sure.
yeah,
come on.
2026. I mean, I saw some of the memes, like the reaction, the IGN reaction memes, you know, where it's like, oh, they're pointing at it, and then it's like 2026, and everybody's like, eh.
Why did you announce it so early? I don't get it. Like why did they announce it
Well,
a year early?
I mean, a big thing. It was like, you know, Sunku, the guy who did all the music for all the Rhythm Heaven games. He had laryngeal cancer,
Yeah,
and he
that's a
actually
possibility.
believed it was a real thing. So that's why he's still alive. Sorry, Val Kilmer, but yeah, Val Kilmer was Christian Science scientist, and that's why the big part of why he died was he never believed that cancer actually existed.
Did he die? I didn't know that.
He died yesterday.
died
He
He died yesterday. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't hear.
Yeah. No, I looked it up.
Yeah.
I didn't want to bring Val Kilmer into it, but it's so fucked that I don't know if you're familiar. I mean, organized religion is awful, but Christian Science is the worst of them. Christian scientists believe that death and disease do not exist. It's all in your own mind, and your own faith can make you live forever. And he believed that, so he would never get himself, taken care of for his own cancer that he had, which he did eventually have some sort of chemotherapy of it, but I don't think he ever fully admitted that he actually had it. So fuck. But but Sunku has laryngeal cancer, and he had parts of his vocal cord removed. So it's hard for him to do like new songs for Rhythm Heaven. So that's why we haven't had one for a long time. And yeah, give him whatever time he can have. So hopefully he can stay with us long enough to make another Rhythm Heaven, and also not die because death sucks. So yeah,
There's the distinct possibility
Very
that they put this in the direct out as a matter of respect for him too, just to
Yeah,
you know.
maybe to be like, hey, check it out.
Yep.
This is happening, and you're gonna wait because
Okay, I'm not mad anymore about it being released, it being teased this early.
I will
I'll
wait as
wait.
long as it takes because I love Rhythm Heaven.
There's
and
other stuff I can play in the meantime.
As long as we can still have Sunku with us and he can still make incredible new songs, yes. I mean, yes, whatever you need, let's do it.
Up next, virtual game cards. It's going to be an update to the Switch and to the Switch 2, I guess.
I don't know
Where you're
how.
gonna be able to-
Maybe Trey, maybe you'll actually experience this in
I
some way.
was going to say, so weren't we all like kind of confused on this? Like I was pretty confused on it.
I wasn't.
It
Really,
makes me want to somehow be in a plan with both of you.
Right?
That way we
Well,
can trade
but
our
I don't
games.
but I don't think it works that way. I was like, "Oh, can we get like a family thing? Yeah, where I can like be like, oh, I played this game I liked and I can throw it to you." But I don't
Like
think,
I'm just thinking about like back when I played
but I don't think that's how it
played
works.
Bowser's Fury. It would have been so cool to
Yeah.
shoot it over your way when I was done.
But it doesn't work like that. From what I understand, it works like the same way that it did before, where like you have two systems. You know, where you have your primary system and your secondary system, and just the idea is you can throw the game to the secondary system, and
just can't be on the
before
first
the secondary system had to check online, it had to be online for you to use it. So if you're on a plane and you have a secondary system, you can't use your games. But if you throw this virtual card to it, if you're on you don't need internet and you can still play it, but only for like 14 days. Like
This is so. Why did they? Why,
it doesn't. Yeah,
it's
it's not great. Yeah,
this should have been something that came out when the Switch Lite came out.
Right? Yeah, no, it should have.
Because you would have sold Switch Lites to people that were like, well, I want to leave my Switch at home because it's too important. At the time, there was no cloud saves or anything. Then let's do this then. Not now. What the fuck does? Who cares now?
I was just thinking about it because Jess, my wife, patron, best favorite, lover, married person, awesome. Anyway, they've been playing Yoshi's Crafted World, and I was thinking about it because we're doing like a shared game, so I can't play the Switch the same time that they are. And if it was like the past game thing, we could still play it at the same time. So if we wanted to just hang out on the couch together and play different games, we could. But as of right now, we can't because we have to we'd have to share the same our same profile and whatnot. So I thought about that because it would make it better because I could throw them the card, but then you'd have to start over again as well. So I don't know.
I was thinking, once I get a Switch 2, I'll still have my Switch 1, so maybe. But Shauna just plays Tetris. Shauna has her own profile for Tetris. She doesn't want to play my version of Tetris.
I think it's for people, for like families that have kids and shit like that.
Yeah,
for like,
that's what makes the most sense for you.
Let's throw this virtual game card to.
I'm just saying, if we can figure out a way to
let's throw it to boy one or girl one, whatever the names are.
My sisters have
this one that needs the food over here. What's your name? Boy one, face one over there. Here, just take this one game, and that'll have you like preoccupied enough.
Here, you can play Minecraft for 14 days. Just go in your room for 14 days.
Yeah. Here's Fortnite. Don't leave me alone. I don't want to be your parent.
14 days when it goes back to me, come and check with me. If I want to play Minecraft, you're just gonna have to wait. But if not, I'll give it to you for the 14 days. You go back to your room.
It was kind of weird for 14 days. Like when we were watching it together, Jess and I were like, it's like. Shouldn't you just be able to pick how many days you want? Like, why does it have to be 14 days? When couldn't I just
as
be
long
like,
as you
here,
can take it back
I'll throw it to you for
like
30 days or 100 days or something like that? I don't know. But you could still like just pull it back and be like, oh wait, no, you didn't play it right. Let's bring it back.
Here's I think why, because Nintendo doesn't want to be dealing with like complaint calls about, I used to have this game and I don't know what happened to it, and you forgot that you lent it to somebody for 322 days and whatever.
You sent it to your fucking child. Pay attention to them.
Sort of.
Yep.
They've been looking for food in your basement. Like they've been dying down there. Like go check on them. Come on. Go down and feed them something.
They're growing potatoes in the basement.
They can't live on Minecraft alone.
You could live on potatoes alone, theoretically.
So next we got a montage including High on Life.
Even Rocky had a montage.
Even Switch 1 had a montage.
Yeah. High on Life.
High on Life, the Squanch Games.
The game that was apparently really annoying, but I still kind of want to play it.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's what I heard when it came out, that it was super annoying. Because, I
can't stand it.
A first person
playing it.
Oh, you did? First person shooter with a gun that keeps saying shit to you. Yeah, no, I heard it was awful when it came out. But I might try it for, I don't know. I mean, is it going to be on Switch too? I mean, I'd be interested in it for the right price, I guess.
I can't take it.
Star Overdrive, it's that open world Tony Hawk game that Trey's tried.
I played the demo. The demo's great. I put 3 hours into the demo. It's a good game. Check it out. Cool. You can play for free. It's really cool.
The Wandering Village, which is a real-time city management game where it all takes place on the back of some kind of giant animal. So your city is walking around, wandering.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It kind of reminded me of that. Was it Rune Factory 5 or whatever, where you could like make a garden on top of a dragon? That's kind of what it looked like.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it. It comes out July 17th. Another one called King of Meat, which is a third-person action shooter. I think it looks like kind of a team-based thing, maybe like Splatoon. It was very quick blip, so hard to gather what it was, but it looks interesting. Sure, I'll pay attention to it. Sometime this year, that's coming out. Luz Lagoon, which looks like an action RPG, kind of looks like Breath of the Wild coming summer.
So it's got grass.
It's got floatiness.
If you can see grass and piano, then that means it's a Breath of the Wild game. That's what you need. Grass and piano. Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time. This keeps popping up here and there.
Actually, that game, Fantasy Life,
Yep.
I mean, people loved it on 3DS. Like, it has a huge following, and it finally has a release date. So, I mean,
It's like an RPG with your friends, right?
No, it's like it's a cozy game. It's a cozy game with extra RPG stuff. It's basically like Animal Crossing with some other
I thought
RPG aspects of to
I thought it
it.
was similar to Tamagotchi, where like your friends' characters could be in there with
Oh,
you or
I don't-
whatever.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, I don't think so. But I was
Okay.
saying, but people really like it, and they've been like since it was first announced, they've been like all about it.
Coming out May 21st.
So I mean, there was a. I'm sure you can find a like some response to it where somebody's like, "Oh my God, finally, Fantasy Star," or no, not Fantasy Star, whatever it's called, Fantasy Life I has a release date.
After that, we got Saga Frontier 2 Remastered, which is out now.
It is.
Looks like it's up your alley.
Well,
Both of you.
you know what? I watched when I was editing one of the many podcasts that I edit every week. Anyway, what was it? I was editing our Patreon episode, which actually turned out really, really good. The one where we talked about all of the last 5 Nintendo console launches and our experiences with them. While I was editing that, I put on a Twitch stream of that game, of that particular game, of Saga Frontier 3, and I love the art style, but also I got a Saga at home already. Romancing Saga 2, the remake, I loved it so much, and I still want to beat that one. But it looks great. Like I think the graphics of it look amazing of this game. And but the thing about Saga is they're always kind of confusing. So it's like, will I understand it? I don't know. But I love the way it looks, and I love the way the battle mechanics look from what I've seen of it. But I watched the stream of it, and I was like, oh yeah, this game's beautiful. But I
Speaking of beautiful.
want to go back to the Saga remake that was on my top 10 games of last year.
We next got Monument Valley 1, 2, and a new one, 3. 1 and 2 are already out on other platforms, but 3 is a new game.
Jeremy mentioned this once on one of our other podcasts.
Did you play it before?
No.
I mean, you know something about it. Well, I forget what, I was trying to think of a game, and
It was on
and you mentioned it, but so I thought
it
maybe
was like
you had,
on Netflix games or something.
oh, I thought maybe you knew something about it.
Nope. I know it's a puzzle game and it has something to do with perspective or something.
Yeah, it's an isometric view, and you got to rearrange the landscape to solve puzzles. This looks up my alley.
It looks
1
pretty.
and 2, 1 and 2 are each on sale right now for $8.99. $10 normally. Yeah, sure. I mean, if I wasn't about to spend like a whole ton of money on Switch 2, I'd be jumping right on a game like this. But now I'm being more careful.
Oh, but the next one I'm super interested in. So everybody's golf hot shots. So this one is interesting. So for anybody who knows, was it Camelot did Mario Golf, but also did Hot Shots Golf for PlayStation and all that. So everybody's like, the big thing, and we talked about it last week. There was the one, some asshole that's like, hey, I know things in the future. Was like, oh, hey, there's going to be a conversation that we have about a new companionship. And I think what they were referring to was Patapon and Hot Shots Golf being like, oh my God, are Sony and Nintendo, are they together now? Are they like are these the ultimate entity that exists in the same? Do they breathe the same air or something like that? But that's
PlayStation
Except for
coming out.
Bloodborne.
But no, that's what they're trying to say is that's not what that is. But this is interesting because when I watched it on the Direct, I was like, oh, this looks like Easy Come Easy Golf, which was on my top 10 list of that year that it came out, because they have characters that look just like that. But it's actually a different company. It's actually not done by Clap Hands Golf, who actually did the
Hot Shots.
did Hot Shots and Mario Golf and all that. It's a completely different company, but regardless, it still looks cool. It has the same mechanics that Easy Come Easy Golf has, and if anybody's listening to this podcast, they know that I love golf games, so I'm 100% on to this game, and I think it looks badass.
I'm 100% on to Marvel Cosmic Invasion. This looks cool, and it's a beat 'em up from the people who did Shredder's Revenge.
And you know what?
And Tribute again.
On Blue Sky, I said that the sprites that are used in this game are the same sprites that were used in Marvel War of the Gems, which was a Super Nintendo game, which I got in college, which I looked everywhere for, and I went to a Funko Land to finally get it. And when I saw the way that Captain America was fighting the people on this video, I was like, that is War of the Gems. And I put it up on Blue Sky, and somebody actually responded to me and said, hey, you were 100% correct. So as my name is on the Zoom here, I'm the ultimate knower of things. Because I've heard people say, "Oh, you know what? That's from Marvel vs. Capcom," and I'm like, "No, it's not. It's from War of the fucking Gems on Super Nintendo." I could send you pictures. Honestly, I was going to put it in the outline.
You have sprite memory,
but I couldn't figure out how to do it. But no, the sprites are exactly the same. Especially the Spider-Man one has the exact same fucking hands as War of the Gems. So they were inspired by the sprites from the Marvel War of the Gems game, which I played the shit out of in 1999 in college. Where you can fight Thanos. Where you could fight Thanos before it was cool to know about who Thanos was and fight him. Back when it was actually cool to know things and not just be like whatever Marvel threw shit to us, we just had to care about it.
I'm excited for this company, or this pairing of companies to be like the beat 'em up, makers. Because I mean, obviously they got it right with every single one so far, right?
Shredder's Revenge was such a good
well, yeah, this is basically the Marvel
Street Fighter.
This is
not Street Fighter. Streets of Rage 4, right?
Yeah,
they did that too.
Yeah, Streets of Rage 4, Shredder's Revenge.
Yep.
And Marvel, basically Marvel Shredder's Revenge. But I just love that they went to War of the Gems. Like they didn't go to like fucking Marvel vs. Capcom. Like they knew about the actual old beat 'em ups that I know about, which nobody knows about. Nate the Hate, he doesn't know that shit. Any of these other fuckers that have like predictions, they don't know anything about that. But we do. NintenDomain knows about fucking War of the Gems.
Yeah.
One more thing we know about now is Tomodachi Life living the dream.
Yeah.
Coming back after over 10 years.
I gotta tell you a story about that too. So Tomodachi Life, I bought that game. I think it was a buy two get one free at Target. I bought Tomodachi Life because I heard talk about it on 3DS. And obviously I put me's of friends in there. I'm sure there's like Iron Man in there and like whatever else. But Jess and we had me's on there, and completely organically they got married before we ever did on Tomodachi Life. Wow. I did not do anything to any of it, and they just got married on their own because Tomodachi Life, it's kind of like an aquarium. You just sort of watch your me's just do whatever they do. And you just laugh about it because they do weird shit.
I wish I would have stood up and yelled at your wedding. Tomodachi did it first.
Well, they did. No, I mean before I ever proposed to Jess, or before we ever got married, I put our me's into Tomodachi Life, and they got married on their own without me having anything to do with it. And I was like, "Fuck, destiny." There it is. So, yeah. But no, Tomodachi Life was a fun game to play. But yeah, no, it's super weird. I remember Nintendo did a really fun direct about it, where it was just super out there and just had these giant heads, and then now Mii's have ears, I guess, or whatever. But I'm into it.
I'm getting this.
Yeah, it's super weird. It's super fun. I had a lot of fun with the 3DS version. But I just remember. Yeah, I just threw some me's in there, and I heard people talking on podcasts being like, "Oh yeah, Snoop Dogg's like hitting on my girlfriend or hitting on my wife or whatever." I was like, "Hey, you know what? I just threw both of us in there, and we just got married like just in the game." They knew shit. They knew the future. So that's all I'm saying. It's a good game. Get it.
One thing we know right now is today, Nintendo Today. It's out now,
Nintendo Today.
We've been using it for a couple of days. It's a Nintendo marketing app, basically. It's their calendar that they post their news and stuff on.
I'm sure like so one of you, when you're watching the Nintendo Direct, when Miyamoto was like, just get Nintendo Today. And then he stopped. I was like, but he should have said, get Nintendo Today. Missed opportunity there, Miyamoto. Come on. So yeah, Nintendo Today. I downloaded it, and the day after this Direct, they announced the release date for the Legend of Zelda live action movie. Without even having casting. Like, it's like, oh yeah, March 27th, 2027. Here you go. There it is. I'm like, what? You don't even
have... That was a very purposeful announcement because they knew that there would be doubters who would say, oh yeah, Nintendo's not going to really use this thing to make big announcements. And then they made
they are, yeah. It's like, here's the release date. We know nothing about the movie. We're not going to tell you anything about the movie, but here's the release date. I thought that was really weird. I mean, come on, we've all worked on movies. I mean, it's like, you don't know the release date. Like, they're not even shooting anything yet. They haven't even cast anybody yet. I was like, holy fuck. Like, really? Okay.
One of the funny, I guess, I don't know if it's funny or whatever, it's sad, but like, one of the fan castings is one of the actors from Euphoria. And she looks like Zelda. Like, it would make sense.
Sydney Sweeney?
I don't know. No, not her. The trans person in Euphoria.
I've never seen Euphoria. I mean, I mean, Zendaya's in there, right? Zendaya
Yeah.
and the Sydney Sweeney. That's all I know.
Anyway, I think her name's Hunter Schafer. I'm almost positive.
Oh, wait, Hunter
they've been
Schafer isn't trans. I just saw Hunter Schafer in a horror movie.
Maybe it's the wrong
Or maybe I don't know if she is. I mean, I couldn't tell. I don't know. I mean, who knows? But Hunter Schafer was in. No, what was it? Cuckoo, a really good horror movie from last year that we watched.
Oh no, this is the person. Yeah.
That is Hunter Schafer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, she looks great.
Right. I didn't know until online discourse. Like I had no idea that was a trans person, but they identify as a trans person in the show too. So it's
I had no idea. Yeah, we saw her in the Cuckoo movie, and
she looks like Zelda.
I thought she looked great.
She would be such good Zelda. Anyway, you can tread at your own, tread as you dare in the comment sections on this fan casting because lots of hate down there.
I mean, I don't want anybody to think that just because she looks great that she's not transgender, because I have to tell you, there's some of the best looking people in the world are transgender. So, I mean, there's a lot of very, very attractive trans women out there. But so, yeah. No, but she was really great in Cuckoo. Like, I think it's on Hulu. Check it out. I thought it was, I had fucked up dreams after I saw it because it fucked me up that much. No, I thought it was a really, really good movie. And I had no idea. But it was at Trans Awareness Day yesterday, and I was actually wearing my Nyla Rose t-shirt. I didn't even know about it.
Nice.
And I had to change because I, got really wet trying to fix our basement. But, But anyway, what's Miyamoto came on.
Direct exclusive.
Miyamoto came on to talk about Nintendo Today, which I thought was funny. It's like, well, we got to bring Miyamoto on to be like, hey, here's an app. Here's the app of Nintendo Today. And I thought the C button was going to be where we can post stuff to Nintendo Today.
Right, you were thinking that was
maybe that would be the new Miiverse, right? Which we know differently from that now. But
we know differently from that.
But I thought that was going to be. And the final thing I guess we want to put in here is Super Robot Wars Y, which I saw that was on there. Well, I did last week. I was editing the podcast and I played this direct a couple times and I played the Japanese direct a couple times. And Super Robot Wars Y is the newest one. It is coming out here at the same time.
Is this the one with all the licensed music?
Well, nobody knows yet. I mean, well, all the Super Robot Wars, you had to pay extra for the licensed music, which was unfortunate. But I think the cool thing for me is that you have the Gundam Witch from Mercury stuff on there, which I really like. That was the newest anime of Gundam, which I really, really like. So it made me more interested in it now. But, I mean, we'll see. I mean, you have to pay $100 to have the soundtracks on there. I don't want to play that. But also, it's like, if you're going to have a thing that brings all these different anime mech stuff together, you need the intros. You need the intros and outros. Like, why do we have to pay $100 for that? Like, if I didn't have that there, I'd feel like I was missing something. But I'm really interested in trying this out. It's a tactical, it's a turn-based tactical game with a whole bunch of mechs in there. But I've been trying to get into these games for a while. I bought a physical version of Super Robot Wars, whatever, the first one on Switch. I still have it. I honestly never played it, but I bought it and I have it. It's sealed, quote unquote, but whatever. But I'm interested in this one just because of the Witch from Mercury stuff in there because I love that anime. So yeah,
that was it for the Switch One Direct. You want to do a quick bingo card review? I got my.
I mean, you're the only one that has a bingo card for it, so you do it.
Oh sure,
because none of us did one.
Metroid Prime 4. Got that. We got a new NSO service that I said there was a new NSO service that's not a system.
So that counts for Nintendo Today.
Nintendo Today. Totally it. And then Rhythm Heaven. Those are the three that I got. Everything else was wrong.
Rhythm Heaven.
Some of the things that appeared on here actually appeared on the Switch 2 Direct, but I didn't count that. That would be cheating.
Well, I only did one. I only did one of them, which actually marked off. I marked off Metroid Prime 4, but hey, lo and behold, Metroid Prime 4 came back again for Switch 2. So,
specifically the way I said it.
And by the way, we got a bingo right here for me for this one. What do I get? I got a bingo right here. What do I get? What do I win?
I don't know. Let's hear what your bingo is.
Free Nintendo Switch 2.
Still.
Send me an eShop
you want that
card.
wiener whistle? You gotta say what your bingo is.
I mean, I will, but I have it right here. Got a bingo right there.
Let's save it for last. And Do you guys want to take a break before we do number 2?
Yes.
I mean, we're at 47 minutes. We're not quite at. Why don't we do like a couple things from Switch 2 and then take
Sure.
a break?
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yep.
All right. So Switch 2 Direct happened like 6 days after the Switch 1 did, and motherfucking Mario Kart World.
Yeah. Why did I don't know. It seems like we should have been like, it's going to be a Mario Kart World. I don't know. That seems so obvious.
Well, we kept
This was
saying
something that was rumored before that this was going to be an open world Mario Kart, that things were going to be connected. This rumor came out some time ago.
Yeah.
But
I think
kinda
they
forgot about
also
it.
said it was going to release like May 10th or something like that.
Yep. I don't know. Well, they were right about the first thing. It's an open world Mario Kart. You can drive wherever you want.
And it's $80.
$80.
$80.
$80.
Or
I'm fine with
$90
it.
for the physical version.
No, it's $80 for. Is it 90 for the
It's
physical?
$80 for the physical, but if you get it with the Switch 2 Mario Kart bundle,
Oh.
you're
Yeah,
essentially
so why-
paying $50 for it.
So why would? So obviously that's going to be the one that's going to be
Yeah.
not available. So I would, I said this last week. I'm super prepared for it to happen today, and I had I got my fucking tablet over here. I got my phone. I'm doing my stupid stream or whatever. I got everything ready to go. I got it all going, and then and like no price, no release day. Well, they say the release date, but no pre-order shit. Like what the
June
fuck?
5th.
Well, they said June 5th, but no price and no this is when you can pre-order it. And then it was just it's like, oh yeah, the 9th. But when on the 9th? What? Like midnight Central Time, midnight
So
Pacific Time, midnight Eastern Time, midnight Japanese Time, midnight British Time? When the fuck is it actually happening? Like when do we have to fucking pull our hair out to try to get Switch 2?
The reason they didn't want to give all that
like
information
it.
in the Direct is because they wanted to make this Direct as applicable as possible.
Who cares
for
about
the
what they
multiple-
had to feel
for
about
the-
the Direct? I thought you were going to tell me like when I could actually pre-order the Switch 2. Like I mean, whatever anybody said about whatever they were feeling, you should have said the fucking price of it in your thing. And also that one dude had the worst outfit of all time. He looks like he's wearing a fucking painter thing. Jess and I were the one dude who had the really shitty like overall thing. Like this is awful. But yeah, like why is there no price in there? Why is there no like pre-order thing? It's like, oh yeah, check out our website in like 2 hours, and then maybe
The reason they didn't want to do it, put the price on there and stuff, is because they have to make this Direct applicable to multiple regions across the world. It's actually more efficient for them to.
But there
just
are
put
different.
out this-
There are different directs for different regions. I watch. There's the Japanese one. There's a European one. I have all of them. I've subscribed to all of
they
them on
could've done-
YouTube,
Honestly,
and they always have different prices on them.
if they have all
It's
the
not
directs
like,
air
oh,
at
I
the
don't want to
same
put it
time,
on there. 'Cause, like
There's no reason not to put the price.
I watched the 1 hour direct of Switch 1. It had the price on there, and yes,
It did.
every version you watch of it had the different ones. Trust me, I'm prescribed. I'm like, what? Not prescribed. I've subscribed to fucking Nintendo of Japan, Nintendo of Europe, Nintendo of America. They all have their different directs. They're not fucking idiots. They know how
think
to
that
they know how to
the-
put shit together.
I think the Switch 2 is going to be region locked.
Where'd you hear that? Did you hear that from somewhere?
I was listening to a podcast, or I was listening to the kind of funny one that Kat was on. And,
Cat Bailey, yeah. Really?
yeah.
They think that?
They think that because the tariffs have a lot to do with like the pricing.
Don't do that.
Honestly.
Don't fucking region lock it. Come on, Switch to
And
one was
the
so
one
good because it
the
didn't have
Japanese Switch 2 is priced much lower, and that has something to do with the
that. Well,
with
I
the
mean,
yen not being so great right now.
I was gonna say
Also,
that there
it's
is the exchange
significantly
rate
less.
also.
It's like $100 less.
Well, I mean, the exchange rate has been there for a while. Where, well, you know, like when it was like, oh yeah, Luigi's Mansion, $60, $40 if you buy it on the Japanese eShop. It's been the exchange rate on that, but I fucking hope that it's not region locked because
I think it
Switch
is.
One was.
I don't think we're going to be able to do the thing anymore where we can have the Japanese account.
That's gonna break my heart because the Switch One, like letting you just getting everything from everywhere was so great. Don't break that. Come on, it was an amazing thing for Switch One. You're breaking my heart here, Jeremy.
Sorry.
How dare you?
It's something I heard on a podcast. You know, it might be wrong, but Kat Bailey
Cat Bailey said it.
had something to do
I
with
do.
it, so
I do.
trust
I
her.
do. I am a patron of the Axe of the Blood God.
And I thought it was so strange that she was doing a live react not on her own podcast.
Right? Yeah. You know, she apparently like Eric and Nadia were doing their own Axe of the Blood God thing, and she was on. I mean, whatever.
Kinda funny.
They're doing their thing, whatever. I mean, don't forget our friend Janet Garcia got a big push from Kind of Funny as well. She was on there
Janet
for a while.
Garcia's on there. Yeah.
Oh, was she on the?
I don't think she
React
was
thing
in
too?
that one, but she is like part of their. She's part of their network.
That was it. MinMax just started a new podcast that's like a sleepover thing with all lady podcasters.
Yeah, it's like her
She's
and
on
Kelsey
that too.
and
No, what was it?
It's Kelsey
Sarah
Lewin
Sarah whatever her name, Podzorsky. She was on 8.4. That's how I know about her. But anyway, I downloaded a couple of them. I haven't heard it yet, but I'm interested. And it was nice to see Janet on there. And I remember hearing Sarah on 8.4 way back when. We got
Mario Kart
super
World.
sidetracked. Mario Kart World. So interesting things about this. So you can grind on things now. You can jump off of walls.
Yeah.
You can play as a hammer brother. You can throw hammers at people. Jess and I were talking about this earlier before we started this podcast. So does this mean that you have specific items that you can use for specific characters? Because
I think so.
the only thing I saw Hammer Brothers throwing hammers at people. I didn't see anybody else doing that. Are we going back to Double Dash here, where we have specific items for specific characters? I think
That's a good
so,
idea. If you're gonna
because
have
my own
24
eyes saw it on the direct. So
If you're
that
going to have
means
24 racers, it's
correct.
better to have like some strategy to selecting different racers and stuff rather than having just be, blank, meaningless avatars. So I like this idea. that
Well,
they're
they
actually
were never
leaning into the
meaningless avatars
characterization.
because they have
No,
different
they
handling
always had
and weights
personalities.
and all that.
No, I mean they have personalities,
But
but
having specific
but, a little bit-
items adds more to the variation of the types, not just like the weight classes and stuff.
And
Yes,
also,
exactly. In most of the Mario Kart games, it's just the weight that kind of differentiates them. But besides the aesthetic looks and all that kind of stuff.
It's-
But this
well,
is cool
yeah.
that they're leaning into actually making different characters with different strategy, different items to use.
Which was like that.
and
in
now,
Dash.
and now they have different hats.
Yes, they can wear hats.
different outfits. Yeah, you eat a hamburger to
You
put
can eat
hat
a
on, I
hamburger.
guess.
I was pretty excited about eating a hamburger.
But I saw, you go to different places and you get different hats. You can get a sun hat. Where you at? You got a different sun hat. Oh, right. So actually, Jeremy, I was watching this earlier. So like I said, Jess and I were just watching this. So they do the pan back and they show the whole map. Doesn't it kind of look like the Super Mario World map, the Super Nintendo one? With
I could see
all the
that.
different things there.
The shape of it kind of does.
Because I was like, Jess, that's the Super Mario World map, right? Like that's what I thought. Like, because why would they pull it back and show you that? It kind of, for me, it reminded me of like the layout. I know
That would be really.
I know you
fucking
played a
cool
lot
if
of
they did
Super
that
Mario
as an
World.
open world.
Oh, and this is like Diddy Kong Racing. We got fucking planes.
planes,
We
boats.
got boats.
Mhm.
We got
That's
whatever.
snowmobiles.
Some kind of weird cart-based things that aren't carts.
Yeah, but I mean, in a lot of different
You're
characters.
driving a semi truck.
Yeah,
Looks
you
like
can get
ice
inside of a
cream
semi truck and drive it. Actually, well, because I saw the cow character driving the motorcycle, and I saw a whole lot of Akira memes, like with the cow doing the turn, like the Akira cover, from the anime, and I thought that was cool. But
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, the cow from
random
Moon
characters,
Meadows
too.
being a playable character.
Playable
means
character. Yeah.
We have every reason to believe this is like they were already doing, where it's Smash Kart. They're going to keep bringing extra characters in and stuff, probably.
the little bug guys from Super Mario 3D World are in there. The ones who are
Yep.
stacked on each other, like they're driving a cart. Goombas are driving a cart. Everybody's driving a
Lakitu.
cart.
Lakitu gets to join the race for the first time
I
ever.
didn't see.
Oh,
dry
did you
bones,
did you
but
see
it's
the
okay.
King? Did you see the King Boo with the
Yeah.
slick ass robe? Like that was
Yeah.
really
Yeah, he
cool
was
too.
cool.
Yeah,
going through the rain in his robe?
yeah. I mean,
It was like he was wearing a poncho.
I saw people
Poncho,
being like,
poncho.
"What about this fucker? He looks cool as shit."
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
King
got the
Boo is
fucking robe.
badass. You got to play Luigi's Mansion.
Hey, the time of day changes now, so you can do day night, and then there's
Yeah,
weather
making
changes.
it like Rogue Leader on GameCube.
Yeah.
Rogue Leader on GameCube did that, and then now they're doing it again. They're saying
And
they did it
my-
first, where they had levels that were different depending on what time of
My
day
mess
you
of
played it
reacts I
on
listened to
GameCube.
today said it had some elements that were similar to Forza in the sense of all that.
I got that too.
I heard IGN saying that, which Forza was on my bingo card because I really wanted to play that game because apparently it's really cool for people who like racing games like myself. And they said you find things depending on where you drive to. And we were, like I said, we were watching it early, Jess and I was like,
You can just do a little photo session with your friends.
well, I mean, well, which we're going to get to later, Mario Party Jamboree. In Mario Party Jamboree, you actually do find new characters from looking around the areas, and all you do is just move the stick around, and you'd be like, oh, wait, who's over there? Oh, there's Paulina. Oh, there's Spike, and that's how you find them. So if that's in there, I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be in Mario Kart World.
So you can drive from course to course now. And that's actually like part of the whole thing where you just go from after a race, you actually have to drive to the next race.
Bringing back the all race mode from Mario Kart Double
and
Dash.
bringing back Diddy Kong Racing.
Well, yeah, that as well. But I was thinking about that too. Or do you remember that arcade game 18 Wheeler? Did you ever play that where you had to drive as a semi truck?
Yeah, the Sega game.
I just remember it being an arcade. You drive as a semi-truck driver, and you have this whole city, and you have to find the shortest way from one to another, but you have every street is available to you. And I always thought that was a really cool thing when I was a teenager, and that's what I thought of was the 18-wheeler game. And I also thought about one of the best Mario Karts of all time, Mario Kart Double Dash, where you could play all the races at once, and that's kind of how this one is. You go from one to another, to another, to another.
And you can free roam too. You can just drive around and like have a good time, which is sort of symbolized by this photo that they put in the direct. It's just Mario like leaning against a car, having a drink, and like I just thought like this is a different kind of Mario Kart. This is like touching a little bit on some kind of like Americana or something.
Road Sody Mario Kart.
Yeah, the open road. You got a cold one. You're cracking it open.
Mario's drinking and driving? How dare you? He's not doing that.
That's right there in the direct. They put
this guy does mushrooms when he fights bosses. So
yeah, true.
It's fine.
Yeah, no, I don't think this is the picture that you're talking about, John. But I mean, you probably can't see it. But it was the picture that Jess and I were analyzing. It's basically the picture of all the different carts, but it doesn't show like the Hammer Brothers, but it was one of the last things you see before the end of the thing, and it shows like everybody. But I mean, Mario's not drinking and driving; he's just pointing.
Yeah, I got it there on the outline. I got that photo too.
But it shows like the new Donkey Kong having a bite off the cheeseburger, and it's like here's all the different people, and there you can see like, oh, here's Spike over here, and here's the cheese.
I love that in front of the Moo and
whatever. Anyway,
a cheeseburger in front of him.
I mean, this is probably going to be the.
That's fucked up.
This is going to be the thumbnail for this episode right there. Is what that's going to be.
If I eat a cheeseburger in front of the Moo driver, I've committed a war crime. I think.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Can the cow eat a cheeseburger too? Oh geez.
Cannibalism. That's what that is.
Mad cow. That's what that is.
So the last thing is that the Mario Kart.
Oprah's friend, how she feels about that.
There's a Mario Kart Direct happening on the 17th.
17th,
yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah. Another Direct, within April. So hey, here you go.
This will be specifically focused on Mario Kart, which
just Mario.
We're leaving out the Treehouse stuff.
But we got the Treehouse things in the next couple days.
They're happening tomorrow. Yeah, we'll talk about those next week.
Friday.
So after this, this was the first game of the whole presentation. So then they jumped into sort of the main presentation mode. The hosts were Koichi Kawamoto, who is the producer of Nintendo Switch 2, Takahiro Dota, who is the director of the Switch 2, and Tetsuya Sasaki, who is the hardware design lead. They were the ones who kind of led this whole presentation.
I mean, the first one was the one with the worst outfit.
It's like all the young folks, right? It kind of seemed like they were like a trio of young dudes.
Yeah, someone out there predicted that there would be like the next generation of Nintendo people put forward, and that's totally what this was. Not necessarily young guys, but they looked like they're in their 40s or something.
Yeah, well, that's young for Nintendo because these are lifers.
Speaking of people who actually said things about future directs from our show, Jeremy last week said that there would be new stars on the Nintendo Direct, like new people that we had not seen before that would become stars from our show, not some fucking bullshit YouTube thing or whatever. Our show, Jeremy actually did say that there would be new stars that would show up, and here we are. They're right here. I'm just saying, when I was watching this, I realized that there were a lot of things that we actually said. We're not some bullshit podcast or whatever. Like that's like, oh yeah, here's the thing that we said. Like put us on news or whatever. I was saying we did actually say things that happened. So love us, damn it, please love us. Otherwise we'll die. If you don't love us, we won't exist anymore. Anyway, you want to
I don't want to exist. Not exist before Switch 2 comes out.
Nintendo immunity.
I was just pulling out some Star Trek original series there. How the gods can only exist if people if people worship them, and if they don't exist anymore.
Is this when they found Apollo?
Yeah, one of my favorite episodes of all time. Who mourns for Adonais? It's a good one. Anyway, we could take a break now if you want.
Yeah, break time.
Yes, let's break.
All right.
Hey, you.
It's me, Mario.
Yeah, you. Subscribe to our Patreon to hear our bonus shows, which happen every month.
I'm tired.
Tired of all the big corporate podcasts spoon-feeding you the same old video game news on every single show?
Spaghetti. Ravioli.
Then expand!
With NintenDomain Expansion Pack.
It's us talking about old games that were important to us. It's us interviewing people that we meet at conventions. And heck, it's live shows from those same conventions. It's basically everything you could want that NintenDomain ever made.
Here we go!
And it's just $1 a month.
That's less than a bad indie on the eShop.
It's $12 a year, which is less than Nintendo Switch Online.
Thank you so much for subscribing to our Patreon and supporting NintenDomain.
Just go to patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast and, hey, Mario, let go. Whoa! He's throwing us back to the show.
So long, Bowser.
Patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast.
Game over.
Back from the break. What the fuck is after Mario Kart World? Like, there's so many things. I don't even
They just
know.
kind of went into
It's
like
a lot. Well, you get more of like a. They give you an idea of what the Switch can do using
the
Mario
system,
Kart
the hardware, and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. They took a good 10 minutes or so to just focus on the hardware and all that, including
Didn't you say something like this, Sean, that you thought they would have their own
Yes.
new social media thing?
yes, that would be a focus on social. So
which it
they started
definitely
with
is.
the C button. So they went in on the C button, the mystery button that everybody was talking
C is
about.
for social.
C is for game chat.
I don't know if you saw, but on the Nintendo website it said the C button has entered the chat. That's on there. Nintendo.com. It's there. Look it up.
There it is. There we go.
But yeah,
Little
no,
hint.
but C means
that's what it is.
C means chat. So yeah, it's interesting. So yeah, you
So I'll be
basically you
hitting
can hit
that on accident all the time.
you can hit the C you hit the C button. It's like, oh my god, oh wait, here we are, and I was just jerking
like
off.
butt
I didn't know
dialing
you
your
guys were
friends.
here. Hey, what's up? But no, it's a it's like, what was that one guy that was like on Zoom that was jerking, right?
Oh,
that one
yeah.
dude, yeah. But
Or I know what you're talking about.
yeah, I don't need to remember his name. It's not important. But no, the C button thing. I was just kind of like, I understand how this is going to work for some people. I don't know if I'll necessarily do it, But also, like, I like the idea of being able to see your friends playing games. You know, when I see, like, both of you online, it would be cool to,
rather than digging into
to see whatever you're doing.
Settings, to, like,
even
hit the
even
C
though
button, see what everybody's doing. Yeah.
even though the games that they're showing on that direct look like shit, the ones on the bottom,
yeah, it's like
So here's
one
the
frame.
thing about
they're
that.
running it
35
like
seconds
they're
or
running it
something.
like 5
They're-
FPS. Like
They're showing
seriously.
super low frame rate, but I think what they're doing is setting expectations low.
But I
They
think
don't wanna-
that's what
but they don't want to. But they don't want to like show it super high, and then the people who have bad
Maybe
internet
once you
are like,
click
"What's going
on it,
Well,
then you don't have
sure,
the
but you have to realize this is coming from Nintendo that released the Switch, which was already like 2 generations behind back in 2017. I'm just telling you that they are never going to look good, but it doesn't matter because you're not actually playing these games. You're just
So it's
watching.
not like
You're just
that it's
watching.
gonna look-
You're just watching your friends play it at 5
Yes.
FPS, and that
That's
is what
fine.
it's going to look like. And
It's-
it will. And
it's
I'll put
likely that
money
it's not
on it.
gonna work-
I'm putting money on
worse
it that
than
will
that,
never
though, you
look
know.
better than that.
I'll put money on it that it will never look worse than what was displayed on the direct. And
Well, it
that's the
won't, but it
reason
won't
why
look better
that's the
either.
but that's the reason why they were showing it that way, because they just didn't want to like set expectations too high.
But it doesn't fucking
gonna-
matter.
it's
It
gonna
doesn't
look-
matter
it's gonna
though
look
because
better.
it's just your friends playing shit.
Yep.
But one thing when I was doing the stream earlier, I was like, oh cool. So it reminded me of like when Jeremy was trying to get through Super Mario 64, and I was trying to help you out to get to the end of it.
That was really cool.
And I was like, oh, well, cool. Like, maybe, I mean, I like the idea of it. I would have loved, because I streamed Xenoblade Chronicles.
If you remember when they showed off the Wii U, that was like one of the first things they showed in one of the videos was like someone like guiding someone else through a game using the
Really?
remote. Yeah, like that was supposed to be a thing on the Wii
Yeah,
U.
and supposedly you could call people too, but Justin and I
Yeah.
tried to call Tim, Justin's brother. And it never worked. We could never get it to work. Like we all had Wii U's, but it didn't work. No, actually, I was like last night when I was playing the Xenoblade Chronicles X when I was streaming it. Like I would love to see where you're at on Xenoblade Chronicles X. You're still 5 hours ahead of me. I've been trying to sneak up to you, but you're still 5 hours ahead of me. But no, it would be really cool to see where you're at in the game and to see where John's at on Tears of the Kingdom, whatever. It would be, even though it's always going to be a shitty frame rate, but it would be nice to see like what
I would
you're
love to jump in and
doing.
see. Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like that
It's
sort of
kind
thing.
of like you're looking over their shoulder while they're working on something.
Yeah, or
How are you doing over here?
or
And
they
I love
showed
that you can
they showed like
play.
what they also showed like what we saw in the Nintendo World Championships as well, where it's like, oh, and you can compete to try to get to the end of like Super Mario World and that sort of thing. It's like, oh, we'll all go through the same game and who
Oh,
wins.
man, that was so fun.
And we had a great time with a much better frame rate, but we had that with at your pre-wedding party and all that. So I'm interested in that, and I'm also, it's pretty rad that we have the game share or the download play or whatever, but on the internet, which is pretty fucking badass as well. Which maybe I skipped ahead a little bit, but yeah, that's a pretty cool thing.
I'm optimistic about all this. So part of the reason that you could see the other people in the different game windows and all that, because there's a Nintendo Switch 2 camera. They're releasing a camera that you can purchase by the TV.
$50.
$50 is not bad. Not bad, honestly, for a camera. That's not too bad. And you don't have to use that camera either. You can use any other camera. Yeah, the PlayStation Eye toy is what.
Now we have the
too.
PlayStation Eye 25 years later or whatever. I figured Jeremy might put that at the beginning of the show because I remember you having the PlayStation Eye.
Well, they call it the Eye toy.
Or yeah, whatever. But I remember playing like.
But it's also like.
But didn't we do like a karaoke revolution or something like that where we recorded ourselves like from the PlayStation Eye and all that? I remember that shit. I was like,
that was fun.
Here it is again, bringing it back again for the first time. Here's the Nintendo.
There's all kinds of fancy technology being like worked in here, though. Like they've got it optimized where supposedly the microphone can hear you wherever you are, even if someone's making a smoothie right by it.
I want to be
which
fucking
is
witness
totally
to
a White
that.
Lotus reference.
I'm telling you, I don't believe that because I am a sound recorder. I am a person that records sound. Sorry, I'm not. I was trying to be over the top there on my whatever. But seriously, like if you have a micro,
destroyed my Sennheiser with your real Magnum Blast.
with your real 45 Magnum Blast. That's from Terraformer. Watch it on Troma now for $5. You can get it for free for a month. Watch it. It's
Oh
a
my
good
God,
movie.
I'm sorry.
Hey, that's a whole part of Terraformer. It's the whole thing. But it's like here. There's a microphone on the Switch, and you have the Switch behind your TV, and it's somehow going to record you and not record your fucking roommate with their fucking blender on. It's like, I don't believe this. Like
That's that AI shit. Wasn't there like a patent?
It's We Speak again. It's We Speak back.
Didn't they have a patent like a while ago where
But
it
it's
was
the
like
We Speak.
spatial audio, and it was like about a microphone like capturing audio based on where you were in the room or
We're
something?
hearing something like that. Yeah.
I'm just saying that I do not believe
This is that patent.
I have enough.
It's some sort of-
I have a lot of experience. I'm a professional. I am an actor. I'm a professional.
Yeah, but what do you know about all the fucking AI technology?
I'm just telling you that I've worked with a lot of microphones, and a tiny ass microphone on a tiny ass system behind your TV in the ginormous room that you're in, and somehow going to have great decibels for you, and not record your annoying roommate that's fucking using your blender in the background. Yeah, I don't fucking believe that.
The camera was like, no matter where you are in the room, it was tracking you. And
Yeah,
your face
and it fucking
doing like a
green screens you
thing.
too. It green screens you out. So I'm like,
That's what I'm saying.
Shouldn't you be able to
this is
stream
all,
to
like-
Twitch from this, and you
this
don't need to
isn't
buy
the
a green
microphone.
screen?
This isn't the camera. This is the software going on underneath. This is whatever they've
I'm
got
just
something
saying,
up their sleeves.
I'm just saying I don't
And I'm
believe the microphone coming from somebody who gets paid to get rid of extra sounds from actual good microphones and not shitty ones.
It's not
that are-
going to
that are
be high
included
quality
in Switch 2.
vocals.
I'm just saying I want to know what it sounds like. I'm telling you,
It's going to be bad, but it's still going to be like audible.
it's not gonna cut out your blender in the background. Like there's no way they're gonna get the hums out of there. No
it's
way.
funny that they really, they lean into it with the blender.
Yeah.
And we'll find out soon enough. So we're getting another thing called
As John Knitter said before we had a podcast, for the old Wii, for the old Wii speak, you got to tape it to your face to make it sound good. So you have to tape the Switch 2 to your face to make it actually work. You said that, John. Don't pretend. We were all there.
Yeah.
You said that.
Yep.
Yeah, we're bringing back the
I wasn't
Wii,
there.
the Wii Speak, the shitty Wii Speak, which I actually tried to find a way to use it to record on this podcast, but I couldn't get it to work. Just for shits and giggles, but I couldn't get it to work.
So next they talked about game share, where you can play with friends online or in person off of just one copy of the game.
Yeah,
So that's
download play.
cool. Good idea. Download play.
Download
Yep.
play. Yeah, I'm into
So
it.
is this kind of like if you wanted me to try out the new Mario Party with you, Trey? Like I could play online with you,
Yeah.
even though I don't have the game.
It's essentially like It Takes Two.
Oh yes,
but
we
for a bunch of
should
different games.
share it with both of you. Let's all play Mario Party Jamboree. It's a great game.
fun.
Actually, what I was thinking about, it's like game share. But what I thought was interesting is that the first thing it shows is Clubhouse Games.
Yeah, that was the very first game that they.
Well, if you remember, you could do download play, and Jess and I did actually we played download play at Grandma's house. Between both of our Switches, because we just only had to have one copy of it, but you could throw it to the other one, remotely. And I thought it was cool. Yeah, it showed Go like right at the beginning there, and I was like, wait,
Yeah.
Clubhouse Games, yeah. No, we did that. You could actually do that, but now you can do it over the internet.
That is
So-
the
so
first
that's
of the
cool.
games that's going to be
Super
able to do that, and it's going to be free. That's going to be a free one. The other ones, it'll be like a paid upgrade for Captain Toad, Super Mario World 3D, Bowser's Fury, Super Mario Odyssey, and Big Brain Academy.
The online isn't gonna be paid.
The
Game share.
the game share is paid for
game share, yes, for those
game.
other games.
Oh, you have to
Club-
pay for
Club-
the game share?
Yes,
Yeah,
for
I didn't
those
know
other
about
games,
that.
You have
Why?
to pay for an upgrade, for an upgraded version of those.
They're
old
always
games.
trying to take shit from you.
Yep.
They're always
There's a lot of
they're
that
always
in this
trying to tear you
presentation.
down. You can't exist on your own. They're just trying
The
to tear you
pricing,
apart.
the cost of things is really going to be in the media a lot. People are going to be talking about it a lot with all of this stuff. I think badly.
I thought we were
all the
getting,
cool stuff we're seeing.
I
is
thought we were getting
great,
something.
but
I thought we were getting something.
Cost
here.
is the
But we're
the
not
dark
getting
cloud
anything.
hanging over everything,
In the end, there's nothing.
including the fucking game that we shouldn't have to pay for. That's like Astro's Playroom or whatever. Anyway, keep going, John.
Yeah, that game
They
sucks.
did a features montage talking about just the hardware specs. So bigger screen, same thickness. It's going to be 7.9 inches.
Same thickness, but we can't use the same dock because of the fan.
Right. It's like a 7.1 inch screen.
I'm just saying,
right?
I have to deal with this. I gotta pay like
It's an LCD
I gotta pay
screen.
like $300 because I got three docks here, and I need to have 3 docks still. So I gotta get extra ones because I gotta have one. I gotta have one for the streaming room. I got to have one for the 2 TV room. I got to have one for the upstairs big TV. I'm just saying, I need these. I was telling Jess this earlier. I use all of the docks every week. I use all 3 of them every week, multiple times every week. I need all of them, so I have to get them.
You just have to move them. You just have to move one around.
But I don't want to do that. I want them all to be in their own places, and I need my travel one too for when I go on jobs. I need it. I need it to be there.
You don't need them all immediately. You're just gonna have to deal with
them.
You're just gonna have to deal with a little bit of
them.
It's going to have a high definition display with approximately double the pixels. It'll be a 1080p screen.
But apparently you need the specific HDMI cable for that, which I only have one 4K TV, so that's the only one where that will be, and then the other ones will be whatever. Who cares?
Or that cable. Also, it only uses a certain kind of SD card as well.
True. Yeah. The X ones, which
the micro SD express cards.
Do we have that one? I don't know. I haven't looked.
I don't
at the
have
SD card.
They're pretty new. They said that in fact no other systems to date have used them. This is the first system to use it. So,
well, remember when the Switch first came out, they said they're going to support up to 2 terabyte cards.
So even, I looked at the prices of these cards. The micro SD express cards today, you can get like a 256 one for $60. The ones that are like 1 terabyte are $200. So I think I'm looking at the 256. Unfortunately,
no one said anything about an external hard drive.
Probably, but actually, the cool thing is, I think you probably said this already, that they are actually, because the Switch one was like 30 gigs, and this is like 256 gigs. So at least we have that.
Yep, the internal memory is
a quarter.
Bigger,
it's a quarter of a terabyte.
Yeah, between that and then the card, I can have like half the games that I currently have.
You can just get Fortnite, and that's what you get. You just get one game. You're all good. Maybe Fortnite, Shin Megami Tensei 5. I mean, they got a lot of gigs in there, so there you go.
It's got HDR support, which I don't quite understand what that is, but I guess it means that it'll be greater contrast.
I think it's the same as blast processing? What do they call it? Ray tracing. The same sort of thing. Never mention it because it doesn't exist.
No, HDR is a thing that makes like really dark colors more distinct from each other.
Well, they did show you pictures compared to each other, right?
So it's to make when things get really like low light, like you can still see more of a distinction, and it just creates more depth to every image.
But no mention of ray tracing on there for any.
You got mouse controls confirmed. We all knew it, but
of course, because as I said, no other podcast said that except for ours. The button came all the way up the top, so you could click it.
Yeah, it was a clicky button.
Yeah, I saw that with my own eyes. No one else said it, but we
3D
did.
audio. That's very cool, which I assume would work with like standard AirPods and stuff.
I do think I did say when we were doing the predictions yesterday, I was like, Trey just wants to play games with two mouses at the same time. And that's totally in this presentation.
2 Mises.
You got at least one of those.
Did I say I wanted 2 mouses? No, I don't.
Well, no, I said
I don't want no Mises. I don't want no Mises for Mises. Or what was it from the? No, it doesn't matter. From the Muppets Christmas Carol, something like that.
So how about that one game that Jeremy and I both agree should be free, but it's the Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Why is this a paid game? I don't know.
Why is it? It looks like the
give it to us for $2.
Playroom. Yeah.
$2 or nothing.
That's literally what Astro's Playroom is like. We're exploring the hardware.
Yeah, we were watching it earlier, right before we started. Justin and I were watching, and I was like, this is shit I can see on YouTube. It's like, here's how your remotes work. It's like, I know some fucking dude's going to do a thing about it. I don't need to pay you to see that. Like, fuck off.
I was watching this game going, hey, this is a good idea. They should do this for every system. But then, wait, you got to pay for it? Why? I thought it was just
you shouldn't have to pay for it.
That's so stupid. I do like the idea of a tour for your new system.
What's that?
Yeah. I do like the idea of a tour for your new system. That's a good idea. But
it should just be built in. It should not be paid. It should be like, hey, I got a new system. I don't have a game yet, but there's this thing I can click on that's going to teach me about the system, and it's a game. That's cool.
Did we mention that the Joy-Cons are bigger now? Even though they did not mention the Hall effect at all on this.
They didn't mention it, no.
Even though the Nintendo Alarmo has Hall effect in it.
No, they're never going to admit the drifting is real. That's part of it.
Exactly it.
I guess, but come on, like just let people know.
Yeah. No, because they're not going to. It's a legal thing that they're avoiding saying.
But it's in the Alarmo. They said it's in the Alarmo. They said that.
They didn't say that. Somebody who broke it down said that there was a Hall effect thing in it. Nintendo never said that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're like magnets, and it was like, well, John. I mean, John, you would never use Joy-Cons, but the buttons are bigger now on the top, the SR and SL or whatever.
That is really cool. I think
bigger.
that they're gonna be
They're embiggened.
They're bigger, and it still looks like really awkward having the like D-pad. Where you have to use the stick as the D-pad, like in the center of the controller.
I kind of like the center one. I use it for Mario Party.
I'm just saying it might suck even more now that it's like bigger, so you're reaching further across to.
Sure.
There's all this wasted space.
We got a new Switch 2 Pro controller, which is going to be $79.99. It'll have the C button. It's the same
price, right?
It is the same price.
I was saying, wasn't the other one $80 as well?
It was.
Yep.
Yeah, the original.
It's going to have an audio jack on the bottom.
I love that.
That's the only thing I like about it. I mean, I really don't like the Nintendo Switch Pro controller.
I love the audio jack because, like, with the built-in microphone.
Oh, it's got the back. It's got the back buttons too.
On the controller.
It has back buttons. Yeah, programmable.
See, there's a thing. Like, they're really leaning into that. They've got this microphone technology because otherwise they would have put a microphone in the Pro controller, and they don't mention that.
I want to put my hands on one of these before I commit to buying one because I want to know if that's a squishy D-pad or not. If I feel a little bit of squish, it's a no.
They got to fix.
You want clicky D-pads.
They got to fix the D-pad, right? Yeah, because the D-pad was really shitty, and the buttons were shitty too, and the entire controller was shitty also of the original the Pro controller for the Switch.
Oh yeah, both of mine are in storage.
I mean, you bought one for me, and I sent it back to you because I didn't use it at all.
I just used the 8-bit dough.
Exactly.
I bought
the new 8-bit dough. I like the old 8-bit dough. I want my old 8-bit doughs to still work. Like, I don't give a shit about whatever these have. Just let me just use my same 8-bit doughs. They never
I
tried
ended
it.
up trading in my Switch Pro controller 3 times. I sent it into Nintendo 3 times.
I remember that. Yeah, it's on the podcast.
D-pad.
You kept sending it. You kept sending it back because it wasn't it because of Tetris 99 that you realized?
It was Tetris 99.
Because it was dropping when you weren't pushing it.
Which turns out that may have been a software thing.
But, I ultimately gave up on it.
Well, the software, they did actually change it. They changed it to where the pressing up would not drive. Like, they did a whole thing to work around that on Tetris 99. So if you played it now, it'd be better. But I never really liked the Switch Pro controller. I know people like it, but even at the beginning, I didn't like it.
I liked it better than the dog bone.
I like the Wii U. I like the Wii U Pro controller much better. I thought that was a better controller than the Switch.
I liked it all except for that stupid D-pad.
I liked it because the Switch to me was never.
The Wii U was better controller.
Going to be a portable
Wii U Pro
system.
is better.
They announced the launch date. The launch date is June 5th. So
didn't we say that already?
We said June, but yeah.
No, I thought we mentioned last night. Yeah, June 5th. John said June. I mean, I think, I
said June 5th earlier because we've been getting ahead of ourselves a lot.
Sure. But yeah, June 5th, yeah. Whatever, June. Cool.
It's my brother's birthday.
I hope to get it.
So there's going to be 3 types of games.
Jordan or Will?
Will.
Happy birthday, Will.
There'll be 3 types of games. There'll be Nintendo Switch 2 games, of course. Then there's going to be compatible Nintendo Switch games, but then there will also be Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games, which will be like the upgraded versions of the old Switch games.
This is actually kind of interesting because they're doing their own Nintendo thing about this. It's almost kind of like DLC. And what I think is cool is included in Nintendo Switch Online, which I just found out from listening to IGN's podcast. But
I found out from this.
But yeah, the upgrades for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are actually included in the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. So what I said to Jess earlier, and I will say it right now on this podcast, when I get a Switch 2, I will beat Tears of the Kingdom with the upgraded version of it. I'm not putting 700 fucking hours into it. I'm going to the end of it because I don't want to put any more hours in that game than I have to. But I will, try my hardest to get to the end of it, so just so I can be done with it and see credits. So there we go.
Well, Trey, likewise, I will commit right now that with this new version, I will stretch my time all the way through to Nintendo Switch 2, and it will be at least one more year.
And Switch 3 also, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and so forth, and so on and so forth.
On and on.
Don't forget about Switch X.
Yeah, well. In
Japan, it's called it Switch Cross.
You want to know? Da-da-da, ba-da-da, da-da-da. You want a bigger gun? Sorry. I've played that game way too much. I love that soundtrack.
From there, we moved on to the games. So we started with a bunch of Switch 2 edition games. So it's Super Mario Party, Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 edition, plus Jamboree TV.
You know, we listen to a lot of podcasts. We watch a lot of YouTube stuff. No one said Super Mario Party Jamboree DLC. Nobody said that. And I thought that was pretty awesome that was a big part of the Direct. Nobody was like predicting that. And I was like, yeah, Super Mario Party Jamboree was in my top 5 best games of last year. Here it is. And I actually was talking to Jess about that. And I was like, hey, do you actually care about any of this additional stuff? And they said the same thing that I was thinking is, why are we not getting new fucking boards? Who gives a shit about having our face on here? Give us new boards. Come on. None of this has to do with the actual things that were actually good about Super Mario Party Jamboree. Just give us some more boards. Give us more shit. None of this has to do with the actual good party stuff that we play. It's like, oh yeah, cool. You can use your mouse to to spray paint Bob-ums. Anybody care about that? No.
I want to spray paint every Bob-ums I see.
I'm just saying, if you own the game, just give us some new fucking boards. Fuck off with all this bullshit. Like, seriously.
I think they're just, it's what we kind of almost hoped that, honestly, let's say, we kind of hoped that they're not going to abandon Switch and Switch software. So they're showing these cool new things that you can do with the stuff you already have, or if you haven't played it yet, buy it. Because now you can do this with it. Maybe this will be what makes you want to play this game online with your friends when your face shows up making awkward faces when you get your star stolen or whatever,
This is also...
It's cool. It's adding more functionality to something that already exists on the Switch 1, and it doesn't make the Switch 1 version unplayable. It makes the Switch 2 version better.
And given that a lot of these games are going to cost $80, this is a nice value proposition for people to just put $500 on a system. Maybe you pay, I don't know what the price is on these upgrades, $15 for an upgrade to your
and they did not
$20.
they did not tell us anything about that, which is weird too. Being real secretive here, because maybe you heard it on a thing. It's like, well, Nintendo, they didn't say it because they didn't want people to know that they had to spend money on a thing.
Period.
But like,
didn't say prices, yeah. To be fair, with all that they did say, this was a 1 hour direct. Yeah. This is like a lot. So
yeah, but you could still be like, hey, the
focus,
upgrade is $10, the upgrade is whatever. Like, that would have taken you a millisecond to say that. Like, you're a human being, you can make it happen. Like, come on,
they'll probably do that.
I saw your shitty
directs.
outfit you wore. You can make it work.
They're already doing a Mario Kart World Direct. Like, I think we're going to see a lot of directs leading up to when the Switch 2 actually comes out, and I think you're going to get more of that pricing stuff in there, and they just didn't want to have that in their hopefully evergreen sizzle reel or whatever that they did today.
I like what we're getting in the new Zelda editions. We're getting the NSO app functionality, which is like something I've been asking for since the beginning. It's like, this is a huge world. Wouldn't it be nice to just have a GPS in there? And it's a GPS. We're getting a GPS in Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild.
Well, it'll like direct you or something.
Literally with like the fucking weird AI voice and everything.
Yeah, and you can find Koroks with it if you have missing Koroks, or perhaps one lone bullfrog somewhere in the entire fucking map. Like, please help me.
Will they help you find bullfrogs? That's what I was thinking.
Yep. You can share schematics with QR codes.
Show
really cool.
You can share fucking shit you built. Like, I was like, wait, what? Really?
That's really
cool. That's pretty rad. Like, I like that idea. That's a cool thing.
That set the alarm bells off in my head, which I had complaints about Mario Maker. Like, what if you just QR code a Mario Maker level to somebody else? Come on, let's do it.
It should be that easy. It really should.
Yep. Kirby and the Forgotten Land is getting the Star-Crossed World Edition.
I am into that because you're actually giving me more story stuff for Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and Kirby and the Forgotten Land is a great game, and I would love to play it without the like 10 FPS background stuff that it had from the beginning. And what was it? I think it was. I don't know. Maybe I was listening to Game Explained last night where, they were saying like, oh yeah, let's have a better version of Kirby and the Forgotten Land because it's a badass game. And I was like, yes, it is. It's a very good game. So, yeah, I'll do that.
It is.
Yeah, 100%. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it for more shit. Like, that game's badass. Let's do it.
Then they went into the Metroid Prime Force Switch 2 edition. Mouse controls, improved visuals.
Well, yeah, but I do have to say, Jeremy did say this like Well, I think we all said that being a bridge title, right? And it is.
Yeah.
It is a fucking bridge title.
Absolutely.
I'm sure I talked against it a bunch of times, but I know you said it many times, Jeremy. But I mean, obviously, I'm buying Metroid Prime 4 for Switch 2. I mean, I have to, right? I mean, why would I want to do the lesser version of it when I can get a better version with like 60 FPS, 4K, or 120 FPS? Like, who really
Just
wants
think of
that
that.
or cares at all?
You can
But
use your
there you
mind to
are.
open doors instead of bullets.
Samus Jedi. Samus is a Jedi now. She can move shit.
You are now
From
open.
one thing to another. I'm shooting over here, but I'm gonna throw it up and bring it back down and over here and then bat over there that way and there and then we open the
Oopsie-daisy, I almost
door.
hit my
There's-
butt.
The door is over there. And it's
Between the legs, right into the. I don't know any of the names of the enemies in Metroid besides the bosses.
what, pirates? Space pirates? I mean,
No, I'm thinking of like the little guys that walk around that go around the landscape.
I will buy any Metroid game that's out there, so I will buy.
You
that.
will.
but I want the Switch 2 version because I mean, why would I get the less version? I'm gonna get the Switch 2 version. I'm gonna
This
get
game
it.
will be cool.
Even though it's
I
going to be
just-
like $80, but I don't care because I love Metroid.
Then there's Pokemon Legends ZA. That's the last
Which will
one
also
that's
have a
getting
Switch 2
upgraded.
version.
And I will also pay the Switch 2 version for that too because I like
So all
I
we
like the
see-
Pokemons.
It's just that it has better resolution and frame rate. Is that all we know about? How it's better?
And the mouse controls.
I mean
yeah.
and the mouse controls, yeah.
Are they? Well, I mean, I don't think they said anything about the mouse control for the
No, maybe they
Pokemon
didn't, I don't
game.
know.
But from what I saw in the direct, it does look a little bit smoother than I guess it did before. But I mean, I want to. I mean, I love Pokemon. I'll get every Pokemon game, but if I can get the better one, let's get the better one. Hopefully, it's not $80. Probably be $70 because that's what Geomod Donkey Kong is.
Then they did a featured game with mouse controls. This is a brand new Nintendo IP. Another one on the bingo card. Drag X Drive is the name of the game, and basically it's wheelchair basketball. What a cool idea!
It's like extreme ass wheelchair basketball.
Yep.
But no, I do remember, like, I made a comment that like this was like a reverse accessibility in a way, because it's like you'd have to be really fucking fit as like a paraplegic to play this version of a wheelchair basketball. So none of us are going to do that.
Trey is bringing the bingo card into the chat here. I just have to say that a mouse control game right here, that is this game.
And it's dual mouse control. That's why I said, please don't make me treat my mice that way. I don't want to play a game where I have two mice at the same time. Holy shit. Seems awful.
I just wanted to credit John as well, because I think that you had one on your bingo card as well, John, right? That you had a new sports game, right, on your bingo card?
That a
So-
Nintendo Extreme Sports
New
game.
Extreme Sport, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, but this counts, right? It should count.
Oh,
for
it totally does.
Well, I said a mouse control game, which this game is used completely with mouse control. So this is one that I had here.
And it's
So-
like
so
you
there you go.
actually use it seems like you use like gesture based aiming
to
and
shoot
stuff.
the
It's
ball.
not just the
Like you're
mouse.
essentially you're sliding the two mice along your table to wheel,
Mm.
and then you raise it up to shoot.
Maybe it's like mech controls where you can like twist this way and that way and all.
But when you mentioned that you're going to be tearing up the top of your table or whatever,
Yeah, I know that's a factor in the cost of refinishing my table to play this game.
Just put sandpaper at the bottom and then it'll be primed.
well, on the stream that I was doing earlier, it reminded me of an arcade game, Cyber Sled, which they actually have at Galloping Ghost. You know, where you control by you pull both sticks back and then you do one forward and one back to turn. It reminds me of the Cyber Sled arcade game, which they have at Galloping Ghost, which I actually really love that game because I love the control of it. And that's basically what this game is, but with the mouse at home. But you're doing the exact same controls in that way. And I was going to say, if anybody had suspense on where my bingo card is, we got new Mario Kart, Metroid Prime, and I
Free space.
guess we already did.
Don't leave out free space.
Well, free space, and
Yeah.
we did already talk about new Nintendo Switch Online thing, GameCube. We talked about earlier. And what is this one? Suspense. We will find out soon, hopefully.
Soon, just one more.
New Donkey Kong.
Next up is the third-party showcase, and we're diving deep into Jeremy territory.
Hold
here
on,
with this one.
got to bring it back. You know, when we did our preview episode, I said that there would be third parties at the front. I know you heard a thing that said they would be later, but I was like, I told you, third parties would be up front. And there
I
were
agreed
two.
with you too.
There were two sizzle reels of third parties right up front. I'm just
Sure.
saying.
What I said.
The
previously
person
was
of correctness of all time said that.
that there was a rumor that they were going to do a 3-phase system,
Yeah.
and that
There's a lot of rumors out there.
the releases would happen for third parties later on. Didn't say that there wouldn't be third party stuff in this direct, but yeah, Jeremy, take it from here. We got Elden Ring, we got Hades 2.
There's a lot of rumors that are wrong,
Yep.
and that one was wrong. I'm just saying that every Nintendo system, if they want anybody to give a shit about it, there's always third-party stuff up front. And we had 2 third-party sizzle reels. And yeah, Jeremy, on your bingo card, had motherfucking Elden Ring.
Yep.
And I don't want to... Yes, it's going to happen later, but a fucking From Software exclusive for Nintendo.
Yes.
Like... Give your fucking self a high five and walk around the fucking like holy shit like that like
that's the best third party.
That's like putting $8 million into Mercedes Monet for AW. Like that's the same sort of thing. It's like yeah, like that was I couldn't fucking believe it. Like I was like, what?
I was almost right, but I wasn't right.
Yeah, no, I couldn't believe it. Like that was like I mean they won. I feel like they won. Like just having a From Software.
Yes.
Like from like yeah,
and it's
from
called Elden Ring Tarnished Edition. It's like it's going to be the ultimate edition that has the Shadow of the Earth Tree already in it. And I don't know.
Oh yeah, it showed it there too, right in the background. It showed the Elden Ring, or not the Elden Ring. The show. It showed the tree. Yeah, the Erd tree. Yeah,
but I don't know whether or not it includes like whatever the new shit coming out is. I think that's still going to be a separate buy whenever it comes out. The weird like roguelike that they're doing.
Oh, well, I was saying, but like, isn't like, I mean, Nintendo won up the fucking Game Awards, right? Because we had because there was the From Software like a cooperative game that like people were like, I don't know if I care about it, but I think everybody kind of is into Dusk Bloods, right? That's what it's called.
I want to play it. I'm really interested.
I was saying that's a big fucking thing.
I'm fucking stoked that Elden Ring is coming to Switch 2. This is almost like.
I mean, will you get it again? I mean, it's day and launch, right?
Did you ask that question?
It's release
absolutely.
day.
Like it's basically like it basically justifies that the Switch 2 is a Steam Deck.
Well, I think
it's been a way of like testing out the Steam Deck to get Elden Ring to run on it, right? So yeah, we're getting like a pretty primo handheld console, if you want to think of it that way.
I just thought it was great that they did Hades 2 right after that.
Yeah,
like this is for Jeremy.
Which I'm also fucking stoked. I wish I should have put Hades 2 on my bingo.
I was really surprised you didn't have on your bingo card. Actually, that really surprised me. But what I want to know is, so John,
yep.
Do you think that you will try out Elden Ring? Because Jeremy did say on this specific podcast that if you like video games at all in any way, you would love Elden Ring. So, does that make you interested in Elden Ring now?
Yes, actually. So later on down the outline, I have a list of games that I'm planning to get, and yes, Elden Ring is there.
Okay, I mean, because that's
Trey has Elden Ring, but Trey's never played
I do. Yes, I do have Elden Ring for PS4. Because Jeremy, yes, you got it.
You have it for PS5 as well.
Well, but I don't own a PS5, so I can't play it on there. But no, you did get it for me with invitation to your wedding and all that fun stuff. But yeah, no, I have not played it. I mean, you know what? I tried playing. I tried playing Demon Souls. I liked it for a minute, but I honestly ended up not liking it. I played Dark Souls a little bit, didn't like that one either. So
Dark Souls is where it's at.
I'm just telling you, I tried the From Software games, but I did not like them. So I've been hesitant on the Elden Ring thing. I said it on the stream that I did earlier. I don't think I'm going to get it on Switch. I mean, maybe on sale, but also I do already have it because you gave it to me, but it's just not really. It's just I don't know. There's so many games out there. It's just not really something I care about.
I don't know, like, and you're less into the open world games, but like John, you're super into open worlds,
yep.
And
you say it's a lot like Breath of the Wild, so
like Elden Ring is like the best environmental storytelling in a game I've ever played. Like
I love that term.
There's so much awesome environmental storytelling and then the open world is telling you a story the whole time. It's not just something you're walking through.
Yeah, I like the creativity of the visuals, and it looks distinct from pretty much any other thing. Like you can see one frame of this game and that's Elden Ring.
Yeah.
So that's very, very cool. I'm into it. Yeah, I've been hearing you talk about it all this time, and I
I like it.
means to play it. So, yes, I'm in.
Didn't it go back and forth? So like I thought that Breath of the Wild will maybe influence Elden Ring, which you could say Elden Ring influenced Tears of the Kingdom, because it was like one after another. So you could bring them into the same world, where they all kind of, did one, two, even though I think the developers did actually say of Tears of the Kingdom, said they were too busy working on Tears of the Kingdom to actually see any video games coming out at the time. So maybe they weren't necessarily influenced from Elden Ring. But,
Well,
but it was kind of cool to think of it in that way, where it's like Tears of the Kingdom, Elden Ring, and then
playing another game
or
that came
Breath
out
of the
recently.
Wild, Elden Ring. Tears
We're
of the
not talking
Kingdom.
about what we're playing, but Xenoblade Chronicles X was really kind of created this formula that you see in a lot of these other games where you're unlocking the map as you go and stuff. Maybe even Far Cry before that.
I'm sorry, I'm like fucking a Winter Soldier over here. You just mentioned Xenoblade Chronicles X.
I heard the
and
Goldmine song right before we recorded. So.
Oh, because you got there. You got there because you were pushing. I was almost there, but I was doing the affinity missions because I want to live in the world. But no, Xenoblade Chronicles X, love it so much. I love it so much.
And it made me love
it's so much fun.
An open world game in a way that I think Elden Ring improves upon in its own way. It's a different thing.
Did you know that even if you change classes, you can still keep your same weapons? Did you know that?
I did know that.
You did know that. Okay, I thought maybe you did, but I'm saying, but if you didn't, I'm just telling you, because you can keep that fucking sweet ass lightsaber that you're just tearing people apart with. But I
put all my upgrades into it, so I want to keep using it.
Yeah, well, but actually, I found that there were weapons. Actually, the shield has more damage than the lightsaber. Can you believe that? And the long sword does as well. But no, I love Xenoblade Chronicles X so much. I can just throw myself into it and not give a shit and just be like,
but Trey,
and I can edit and still play it too and not care and be like, oh, but also it's so dark though too. Like I was playing it on stream, and there was like so many people just fucking killing themselves, shooting themselves in the head. Like holy fuck, Xenoblade Chronicles X is so good.
Next up, I know another game that Trey loves, Street Fighter 6 Years
Yes!
1 and 2 Fighters Edition.
I predicted
it's coming
it.
to the Switch.
It was on my bingo card on the corner. Street Fighter 6 Ultimate Edition. It was not called Ultimate Edition, but it was called Year 1 and 2 Fighters Edition, whatever. But who gives a shit?
So it doesn't
who gives a shit?
Nope,
Amiibo.
Take that X off.
3 Amiibo. 3 new Amiibo.
Amiibos.
Yeah. No.
Martin.
Amiibo, plural, is Amiibo with no S.
Okay.
That's what they originally said. No. It's only new characters. It's like Luke.
Chun-Li.
No, only new characters. No one from the
Blanca.
original one. I would love to see Zangief in there.
I want a Blanca amiibo. So
I want a Zangief because Zangief has some really good moves. Regardless, yes, I said many times that Street Fighter 6 Ultimate Edition will be out on Switch 2. And here we are. I was correct for once. I was finally correct.
You're always correct. You're the ultimate knower of all Street Fighter things.
Yes.
Yes, right there. Didn't you read your own caption?
No, I always wanted to say that because I was pretty happy to see, I was like, yes, Street Fighter 6, we're doing it right now. John, you will get it on sale, hopefully, and you can go through Final Fight World, and you can realize the greatness of fighting games. Street Fighter 6 is so good. All of you should play it. It's a fucking great game. I paid full price for it on PS4, and let me tell you something. I'll pay $80 fucking for it on Switch too. I don't give a shit. It's an awesome game.
You're gonna get all the amiibo. You're gonna be paying like $180.
I am getting all the Street Fighter amiibo.
You actually have to tap the amiibo to do the special move, so you gotta have it in your hand.
I don't give a shit. I
tape it to your leverless and add NFC support.
I wish, right?
You gotta actually motion to do the dragon uppercuts and all that stuff with the amiibo. Flip them around.
All of you know me. Yes, of course, I'm going to using my leverless. Which I use my leverless on the PS4 already on Street Fighter 6, but I'll be using it on.
You use your leverless to do your taxes. Is impressive.
I wish I could. It'd be great. No, actually, I mean we're not there yet. I don't think, but I can't wait to use my leverless on Soul Calibur 2 on GameCube.
Yes.
What? The best version of Soul Calibur because they re-released it on other
I
systems.
will be playing that.
They re-released it on other systems with all the other characters. And guess what? Nobody gave a shit. You know what they gave a shit about? Link on the GameCube version. And we have it
cares about Spawn?
on the release date of Switch 2.
All right,
I'm just telling you.
Spawn and who is
That
the other
one.
character?
I'm playing it leverless.
Master Chief
Let's
or something?
go. I'm so
Who's out
excited.
there?
It's going to be
Who's
so
out
much
there
fun.
asking for Daemon X Machina Titanic Scion? I don't know who's playing.
I
these
called
games.
it. I called it on the
felt like
stream when I saw it. I was like, "That
I
is
think it's
Daemon X
kinda
Machina
like-
2." But it looks, but it looks
I
really.
just hate that they brought James Cameron in for this one.
It looks smooth. It looks very smooth. I'm just telling you, the combat looks nice. I'll try it out. Hopefully, they'll give us another 10-hour demo for free. Let's do that, right? They did that last time on the first Daemon X
It
Machina.
looks pretty good.
so
I have
let's
to
do
admit,
it
I was a
again.
little bit impressed by this
They
game.
carried on to
Coming
the
out at,
game. So
September
yes, give
5th.
us another 10-hour demo for free.
Here's
Let's do
another
it.
game that's going to be using the shared game,
Yeah,
whatever you want to call it.
It was like
Split
a
fiction.
so it's like the people who made It Takes Two,
Takes
which
Two,
I never
It takes
played.
two, baby. You.
I don't
and
have
me.
a friend
Yeah,
that
one.
actually wants to play games for me that long.
But people
with me.
love that game.
I'll play this with you.
I'm just saying, but only one of you has to buy it. You can split.
Maybe I'm that friend.
You can split the cost. You can split
Yeah,
the cost.
we can do it.
Stream it, record it,
It
put
takes
it on
two to buy
YouTube.
this game.
Let people know about it.
It's coming out on the launch day.
Yeah.
EA Sports, they committed to 2 games.
Madden,
EA Sports
Madden,
Football Club
finally,
FC,
Madden
and
finally coming
yes.
to Nintendo since Wii U. The last Madden game we had was 2012 on Wii U,
Finally,
and now we
getting a
finally got
posthumous
Madden again.
Madden.
Yeah, I mean it's
EA
kind of.
just needed like 8 years.
He's dead.
To figure this out. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, yes, Madden's dead, but it was kind of hilarious to me. That's like, yeah, the Switch has been like killing it for like 8 years, and now you're finally bringing Madden to Switch too.
Well, they need
Okay,
to be able to have all the audibles and stuff, so they need the extra RAM.
I guess. I mean, I just thought that was kind of hilarious. It's like we had how many Maddens on Wii U that like did not do great, but we had like 3 Maddens on there.
We'll skip over the next one.
Hogwarts Legacy. We'll fly right over it on our blue broomsticks.
Well, no, but Hogwarts. Well, yes. J.K. Rowling sucks, but I mean, but I am curious because I did say it on the bingo about like giving games to people who had like cloud versions of games, and I know that Jess's brother Tim has bought the Hogwarts Legacy on Wii regular. So if you bought that one,
Switch.
can you get it? Oh yes, Switch on Switch regular. If you bought that, can you get a discount on Switch too? Like, are you admitting that you did a really shitty version?
Can you
of
go
the
down to
first one
Hogsmeade and
or
just get your
something?
ass kicked?
I'm
just
just
kidding.
I mean,
like Tim.
I'm just saying that a lot of people did buy the Switch version because it did all right, and Switch 2 version, you should get a discount
is.
or maybe a free upgrade or something, or $10
I
upgrade,
agree.
whatever. I mean,
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
J.K. Rowling is a piece of shit, but I mean, for the cool people that played the games, they should get something.
It's probably a fun game.
Tony Hawk's up next with Pro Skater 3 and 4.
on your bingo.
That's-
On John's
With
bingo.
SpongeBob.
It was on
Now, I
John's
noticed-
bingo.
Yeah, it's on my bingo, and yes, there's a SpongeBob area in there for some reason. Like you skate off the pirate ship.
There's a
and you can
reference
go
to it, yeah.
Bikini
That makes
Bottom.
me happy because that means they are doing the games authentically.
But not,
Is
no,
that
but
the original
4.
game?
No.
No, yeah, nothing that 4 is good.
This is coming in summer of 2025. No release date, which
July.
the original the other versions are coming July 17th. But
But
in
that is
this
summer.
direct-
But it is summer
but
for
in
the
this-
rest of us.
I understand, but in this direct,
Yeah,
they
but
said
they
summer
not know,
2025.
yeah.
They didn't commit to a date. Is what I'm trying to say.
So August is still summer. I thought that was fall.
It's definitely summer until September 20th.
It's coming out in July. I think.
Regardless, this is a must-buy for me. Next up, an absolute must-buy. Day one is Hitman: World of Assassination Signature
Yeah,
Edition.
I thought
ass.
I thought about you.
Nation.
I thought about
Because
you.
it's all about asses.
You know,
Oh yeah,
assassination.
No, really, though.
just makes an ass out of you
Do
and
you
me.
know if your cloud version will transfer over? Can you do that?
So I looked
No,
it up.
we don't know
So
anything about that.
No details on that. So they give a little bit, few more. They give a few more details on the IOI website. IOI is the company that made it.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to get basically a Mario costume and a Luigi costume. Believe it or not, a red
Quack
suit,
Pack.
a red suit and a green suit.
Tekken Tag Tournament.
Yep.
Again for Wii.
And you
but
get
Switch
a
too.
mushroom. You'll get like a poison mushroom or something like that. Other than that,
They should give it to you for free. You spent like $300 on these games.
I spent $300 on these games, and I'm going to spend whatever more this costs. I hope it's not. I do hope they work out something for
You
people
got to
who
be
bought the
among
cloud version.
people who spent the most money on this.
I'm certainly among the most.
You could have hired a real hitman.
There's like maybe 2 of the DLC packs that I didn't buy. Like, you really can't spend more money.
There's some
than I
you
did on
didn't
this.
buy? I thought you bought all of them.
No, there's some mission packs that I didn't buy.
Wow.
Yes,
I guess you got to draw
bought
a line
all those.
somewhere.
I honestly thought you had all of them. But I did say that about, well, because on my bingo I had the Resident Evil remakes, and I was just thinking that they should offer something to the people who bought the cloud versions. You know, like both of us put a lot of hours into that, and we did pay for the cloud version. So why you should just give us the native version, which they're probably not going to do that, but they should do that.
They moved to Hitman World of Assassination like a year or year and a half ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Where it was like all 3 of the games in one for a lower price.
And it became like a games service.
Right. I can understand if maybe like the people who bought it after that don't get something, but the people who bought it before and spent $300, can I get like
you
know, a $10 upgrade or something like that? You know,
they should give you that. That's what I was saying. You should
get
that
QR code on the back of Agent's head.
Right. You scan the QR code on the back of his head, you get different schematics for Breath of the Wild.
That's awesome.
Since you paid so much money for it, you get a Switch 2 t-shirt that you can wear on Hitman. You get a t-shirt that says Switch 2. That's what you get.
It's covered in blood.
Here's what I want at the absolute least is I want my save data to transfer over from the cloud version, because I'm an hour 655 on this game. I don't want to go back to 0.
Yeah, you got to hit 666.
Oh yeah.
Well, next up, after that, they moved right into another announcement from IOI, Project 007, which is the James Bond game that's coming up. So it didn't give any more details on the game itself. It was just the same
Switch
teaser
2.
that they've
They
released
just showed
previously.
the
The gun barrel thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they showed. But yes, that game is coming to Switch 2, and I will be getting that game as well, because that's going to be amazing. How about Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster? Still a stupid title after all these years, but are you guys into it?
I'm getting it. I love Bravely Default 1. Here, my name is Trey. I'm on the spot here. Bravely Default is a great game. But Bravely Default 2 was very high on my list of best games of all time of that year. And yes, I'm beating Bravely Default 1. I wish, of the year. I do wish that there was some sort of a Street Pass in there, because Bravely Default 1 had a lot dependent on the Street Passing of 3DS, but who gives a shit? I'm buying Bravely Default 1 for Switch 2 because it's a badass game. And did you notice that there's a fucking rhythm class in there where you gotta like move around and like move through the things? Like, that's fucking cool.
Did not see that.
It was in the direct, and I was like,
that's cool though.
Bravely Default, I love you forever. You're a fucking awesome game. Bravely Default 2, I have a poster right over here. And in my flooded basement that's over here. It's not flooded. I looked over there. It's dry. It's raisin dry. But anyway, up there, I got it from Club Nintendo. Anyway, I love Bravely Default. I'm getting that one on day one.
Are you getting Yakuza 0 Director's Cut?
No, because I put 200 hours into the PS4 version, and I don't want to play it again. But you, John, should get it, because actually everyone should fucking get it, because Yakuza 0...
You recommended it to me. Well, actually, you recommended Yakuza Kiwami to me.
If you put a gun to my head right now and you said, hey, what is the best Yakuza game that you should play? I would say Yakuza 0. I love Yakuza 0
I would say,
so
why
much.
do you have a gun? And I thought we were friends. What's going on here?
But if somebody was like, I'm going to kill you if you don't give me the correct answer that you believe or whatever. Yakuza 0 is a great game. But why is Yakuza Pirate... Why was Pirate Majima not on there? I mean, whatever. It's fine. We'll build it up.
We got to start at 0 before we can get to...
Yeah,
Majima Hawaii.
but we started at 1 and then we went to 0. So none of it makes sense. Nothing makes sense anymore. Nothing ever makes sense.
It's probably a cultural thing.
We started at Kiwami 1. No, I get it. Kiwami 1, but actually, well, you should have started Kiwami 0, which Kiwami 0 could have been on Switch 1 because Yakuza 0
PSP.
was a PlayStation 3 game, which is the same as whatever. I want to see Kiwami 2 or Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii or whatever. Who gives a shit? But I could
imagine though.
I could have got another thing for Yakuza. I'm just saying, Yakuza games are fucking great. Get them.
They'll all come to
Get
the
them.
Switch
They're awesome.
because they're
Put them all on Switch. Like, seriously, people are gonna fucking buy them. They're really good. And
the
yes,
third party support on the Switch 2 is going to be all about releasing hit
it's
games from the past couple of
it's
years.
It's a Sega game. And if you asked me what my favorite Yakuza game was, I would say Zero, because Zero's really good, and I put 200 hours into it. It's fucking badass. So get it. It's great.
I'm really interested in the next one, Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. I know there's been a couple of these games.
Really? I
far,
thought.
I
I
don't
mean,
care.
well, you were kind of interested in the
No.
Breath of the Wild one, but then you hated it.
No, I didn't hate it. I
Or
tried,
whatever it was.
I tried
Well,
the
you
demo.
tried the
I just
demo.
I didn't get that into it, but honestly, I think this
Probably
one
going to be the
looks
same.
better. And what I like, what intrigues me about this one is it's the flip side of the Tears of the Kingdom story, where it's like what happened with Zelda when she went back in time. I think that's kind of cool.
Before,
You're playing,
right? It's a prequel, right? To
you're
to
playing
what
when
happened
she
with
goes
Tears.
back in time. That's a cool concept. I like that, and I think the visuals look really nice. I like the hordes of enemies in like the deep blood moon background. I think it looks pretty cool. Maybe this is the one that kind of does it for me. I imagine they will put it out as a demo first, like they did the other one.
I hope
So
so.
maybe that will get me. But I don't know if I'll buy it outright. But if they put out a demo, I would certainly get it. And I don't know. I'm intrigued.
I don't
I'll play the
think-
demo, but otherwise I
think you
don't
will.
give a stain around it.
I was gonna, yeah. There's amiibo on this one too. There's actually 4 amiibo releasing with this game. I guess.
Is it like
the
Zonai,
Hyrule Warriors?
folks?
Yeah, the Hyrule Warriors. There's actually
I didn't
4
know that.
amiibo coming out.
So who
for
is
this
it?
one? It's the whatever the fuck they're called. The
The Zonai.
no, the different
Your buddies?
heroes or whatnot. It was another one of the things like it's like after the direct. Yeah, no, they're because we have the 3 amiibo for Street Fighter 6, but there's also there's 4 amiibo with that one.
Your mech doesn't get an amiibo?
That would be a huge amiibo.
No one gives a
Movie.
shit about the mech.
I still wish I would have bought. There was the Guardian amiibo.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's
can
cool.
still
So
get
I
it.
still wish I would have bought.
You can still get it. I've seen it at Best Buy. It's like now. I've seen it recently
Interesting.
for whatever. You can still get it. It's gigantic. Gigantic.
It's
Except some of the big news that people have been asking for
Big,
years.
We've been asking
We
for
got
this shit since the Switch first came out. We were like,
Yeah.
it's time for this to happen.
GameCube. It's happening. Some folks said it would never happen, but it's happening. We got launch games include Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, Soul Calibur 2, and F-Zero GX. All those are coming day one if you have an expansion pack.
So Switch 2, you have it, you buy it, you can immediately play Wind Waker, Soul Calibur 2, and F-Zero Jet X.
So it's like I guess it's like all like some of the kids. So you have the bird kid, Tulin. You have Amiibo Tulin. You have Unobo. That's the that's like
That's a Goron.
That's the Goron kid, and then you have Sidon, which is not a kid, right? That's like the prince or
That's
whatever.
the Zora.
And you have Riju. These are the 4 amiibo for the Warriors game.
Yeah, they're your companions that followed you around. Yep.
Well, I'm just saying they're amiibo for the 4 companions that you had in Tears of the Kingdom that are coming out with that game that we just talked about.
Very cool. Upcoming games for the GameCube include Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, Pokemon
Expensive
XD
game.
Gale of Darkness,
Expensive game.
Super Mario Strikers, not expensive
Soccer game.
game.
Oh yeah, I did want to say I think I said it earlier in the podcast. Maybe I didn't. We'll find out in a couple minutes when I edit it. But yeah, a lot of these games are really fucking expensive. Yeah, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, those Pokemon games, insanely expensive. GB Robo
Pokemon
also
Coliseum.
expensive. So yeah, amazing. And I am 100% getting that fucking GameCube controller because yes.
100%.
I
I
want
love the
Part 2.
GameCube. The GameCube is one of my favorite systems of all time. So yes, let's
Same.
do it.
Getting that quick as I can.
And we're
And
not even
amen.
we're not even there yet. It's been in the background for so long. But Kirby Air Riders, like really?
Kirby Air Rides. Hold on, I got to harp on Chibi
What?
Robo. I've been asking for Chibi Robo for
Yeah,
every
you got your wish.
single
You got your
card
wish granted.
for like 4
Every
years.
direct.
Every single direct, and I finally got it. I finally scored on. If
So now you have to actually
Broken
play it
clock is
again
right
and remember what you and
every
not
once in a
just
while.
remember your memory from 15 years ago or whatever. You have to
Yep.
actually have
20
to
years
play it
ago.
again and remember and be like, oh, here's my new thoughts about it. Because you know every memory you have is just the memory when the last time you remembered it. So, you know, just do it again and be like, hey, do I actually like Chibi Robo? Like, you actually have to do a playthrough, stream it.
I don't have to ask myself. I know I love it.
No, but you should play it. You should play it again. It's something you say that you love so much. So prove it. Prove it to yourself. Prove it to your fucking self.
You will play it again. Otherwise, you would not be.
Prove it to yourself.
Exactly.
Prove it to yourself.
I'm going to, and I'm looking forward to seeing it in a better frame rate or whatever you call it, resolution, because that game always was a little bit muddy looking, and so I'd like to see it kind of cleaned up a little bit. It's gonna be cool.
Well, you can't expect Chibi Robo to clean everything up. That's right. Not fair.
He scrubbed his own game with a toothbrush.
He's got to cook a lot of things too. I mean, they did say they were going to do something to the GameCube games, which I figured like similar to the N64 games, where they're just going to like up the frame rate and up the resolution. Which, yeah, let's do it.
I think they're going to do save states and rewind and all that, and that's going to be fucking incredible.
Well, save states were in the Direct. They showed them actually doing save states and whatnot. What I wish is they would do rewind, which they only do that for.
They don't do rewind in 64, do they?
Well, they're not going to. Well, they haven't. They didn't do it for. Yeah, they didn't do it for 64, so they're not going to do it for GameCube. But that would have really helped me out for the F-Zero game, because when I was playing F-Zero on the Game Boy Advance, that was how I got through all of those races, just being like, oh, wait a second, I fucked up on that one turn. Let's just take it back a couple frames, and I'll turn over here, and then I got it. Like, I would have loved to have that on the, like, F-Zero GX. That would, because those races are so hard, incredibly hard, but very good. But I would like to just take me back a couple frames, and I can just be like, let's just maybe go a little bit this way and see where that goes. I wish we could do that.
You know what I'm wondering is, like,
we're gonna have that.
Nintendo, they've got this apparently GameCube emulator now for Switch 2 that they're using. Did they just like pay off the Dolphin guys who've been working on perfecting a GameCube emulator for about 20 years now? Or
I don't think so. I think it's just, they just did their own thing, and I mean, yeah, they would never pay off any person doing whatever.
It's probably in the Gear League.
They'd just be like, oh, we can do it. We'll just add a couple things, but not as good as whatever that other HD version of it is or whatnot.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, on to third-party games. Deltarune is going to come
out.
Including third-party second time.
Yep, back to third-party. Yep. Never said that there was not going to be third-party games in the Direct, but here we are. Including
it was going to be second phase, but I think it's going to be up front, which it is up front.
John, I think what Trey's saying is you were wrong. He was right. They were right. Sorry.
God damn it, they were right. Yes.
Well, coming on the launch day.
Properly gender me. God damn it.
I'm sorry, I messed up.
I'm just whatever. I'm sorry. My basement was flooded. Damn it.
Borderlands 4. None of us care about that, right?
No, I don't give a shit. But yeah, So I, honestly, we have mouse control for first-person shooters. I've said it many times on the show. I love first-person shooters. But I mean, yes, I'm super excited about Metroid Prime 4. That's my most anticipated game of the year, and I don't think I'm going to play mouse controls on it. I really don't care. I'd rather just do dual analog with just gyroscopic aiming. Like, that's all I want. I don't really care about it. But I mean, we're not there yet. But Civilization 7?
7
mouse control.
Mouse
John,
controls.
You're gonna get that?
No, I was interested in it, but honestly, the reviews have been kind of like lukewarm on it. So
the new one? I mean, you'll have. I thought it would be funny because you don't like RPGs at all, but Civilization is an RPG, strategy, whatever.
It's pretty different.
It's still a fucking RPG. There's stats. Damn it, there's fucking stats.
So see, WWE 2K and NBA 2K.
Hey, by the way, hold on. Just lick my nuts for a second later, or whatever. Anyway, I have it on. I got it on my list here.
What's that?
WWE 2K 2025 right here.
There it is.
That would be That
would be this one. I'm very excited about that one. Every Monday we have a stream where we've mostly just played Fortnite because that one's free and a lot of people can get that. But all the wrestling friends that have been on this podcast before, I wanted to have another wrestling game that we could play, and I was very excited about. Hopefully we'll get WWE 2K25, and here it is. And we all have Switches, and I figured we'd all get Switches too. And honestly, Shake actually texted me today. He's like, I got to talk to you about Switch 2. And I'm like, dude, my basement is flooding. I can't talk to you right now. I was like, do you want to be on the podcast? And he's like, I can't do it tonight. And I was like, all right, well, anyway. But yeah,
Next time, Shake.
But no, I was like, oh, let's play Monster Hunter or something. We can stream it. We can talk about it. We'll do a thing.
You know what no one's going to say? Let's play Survival Kids. I think this is going to be the most forgettable game of the whole Direct.
So this had been around the time that the...
But regardless, I was just saying that it would be cool to play something that we could all play and talk about wrestling, because pro wrestling is great. John's going to pro wrestling soon, in a few weeks. I'm going to pro wrestling like next week, so, it's a great thing to do. And WWE, I don't like them, but 2K25, I mean, I have 2K23 and 2K24 for PS4, and I played like 20 minutes of them. But if that could bring all of us together, all of my wrestling friends, and we can talk about cool shit and play that game, I will 100% buy it and play it. And you know what? Before the Switch 1 Direct, I had a dream. So stupid. I had a dream that AEW Fight Forever 2 was the headliner of the Switch 1 Direct. Of course I did, because I love AEW. But yeah, that was a dream that I had, and it was wonderful. And you were all there. Anyway, what's the next thing?
You were there.
Enter the Gungeon 2.
Yeah. Oh wait. So hold on. So I have to mention, this was the time when everything fucked up, and not just for me, but everyone.
Everybody.
Anybody who watched it like live, and I was watching it
you
live.
You missed out on all of this.
I was watching it live, like right here.
I was watching it live as well.
I was watching it live, and everything stopped working. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? And if you watch the YouTube thing, I'm going back and forth. I'm like, wait, what's happening? So the Survival Kids, it showed that, and then it froze on a picture of the Survival Kids, and then the audio kept going, but you only saw the picture of the Survival Kids, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? But before that, I noticed that the audio was not synced. So the mouth flaps were not fixing with the words and all that. So I was like, all right, something's already fucked up at the very beginning. And then they get to that, and then it just stops, and it's just telling me these other things, and it starts talking about Final Fantasy VII remake, Cyberpunk 2027. I'm still seeing the same picture of the fucking Survival Kids or whatever, which I didn't even know what it was, because we didn't even get to that yet, because I'm just seeing the fucking picture, and I'm just clicking back and forth, and I'm like, I mean, like I said, watch it on YouTube. I'm just like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, what is going on? And then I saw Kotaku was like, this is what happened, but it was like the exact.
I saw in the
exact points, points that I was at, and I was like, thank the universe that someone else saw the same things that I was there for.
I saw it as well. I was watching it on my. I woke up. I set my alarm and I woke up and watched it in bed on my phone.
Oh, okay. So you got the same thing where everything fucked up.
Yep.
Yeah. Where it's like the important things. I was like,
and
hold
that's
on,
when I
hold
heard.
on. I got the bingo for Final Fantasy VII. What are you talking about?
And I heard about the Cyberpunk, which seemed like a fever dream because no one else mentioned it later on, and it was probably because of the fail. Like they eventually did, but like in the immediate afterthoughts of the direct, people weren't mentioning Cyberpunk. It's like that was pretty huge, but it got lost in the shuffle of
you played
freezing,
and you played through all of it, and you talked.
I haven't beat Phantom Liberty, but
I'm just saying you talked very highly of it, so I feel like that I need to play through Cyberpunk 2077 because Jeremy talked very highly of it, and
it's like it's GTA.
I mean, I don't like Grand Theft Auto, but it's first-person shooter, open world stuff, right?
Much RPG is it?
It's very RPG.
So it's like a perfect mix of games that both Trey and I won't like.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play it. No, I do want to play it. Like I was interested in it when it was on PS4. I remember editing this very podcast and watching a Twitch stream of somebody playing it on PS4 just to see whether I could play it or not because I was very interested in it. But I'll probably end up playing on Switch too. You know, I can wait till it's on sale or whatever. But yeah, no, I want to wait till 2077.
It comes out day and date, and it's the full Like it's the version
All
with
the stuff.
Phantom Liberty and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the goodies.
Yeah.
Before that, they talked about a game called Starseeker Astroneer Expeditions. I think it looks kind of interesting. I need to know more about it. But
Astroneer's been a game for a while, so I wonder
it?
if this is, like
Yeah, I hadn't heard of it.
Astroneer is like a kind of like a
thought it looked a little
I
bit-
think it was like a roguelike game, kind of like the underwater games we play, but like
Okay.
in space instead. Like kind of like what's that game?
What's it called?
Subnautica. It's like
yes,
Subnautica
yeah,
in space.
that one.
There we go.
Yeah, that one. Subnautica.
That's interesting.
Subnautica.
That's what I thought Astroneer was.
I thought this version of it, Starseeker, it looks like a little bit like Pikmin. Like you're like looking at a bunch of little spacemen who are, I don't know, maybe I'm completely off the mark, but that's what it kind of looked like to me. Like you're managing a bunch of little spacemen. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it has some kind of charm to it. I'm interested. Final Fantasy VII Remake
Got some sort of
Intergrade.
charm. That was the one that gave me the bingo. That's where I got the bingo.
Sure, you got the bingo. I definitely did not get a bingo, so
That's what gave
I'm
me the
here to
bingo.
celebrate.
No, I
Trey's
said-
bingo.
So here's my, in case, I mean, nobody cares. But Mario
Okay.
Kart, new Mario Kart, Metroid Prime 4, Final Fantasy 7, new Nintendo Switch app. Or
You
new
forgot one of the spaces.
Well, free space.
Free space.
Free space. Get your free space. What?
Don't ever forget about free space. It's very important.
But yeah, no,
Yeah,
anyway,
we did
I think this is the first time I got a bingo. I mean, just got a bingo like a couple years ago. But this is the first time I think I
Oh yeah,
ever
you're the first of
ever got a
of
bingo.
Of
I
the
got a bingo before. I think you got a bingo too, Jeremy.
I've never gotten a bingo.
Give me all of your gold points, which means that I still have 0 gold points because they don't exist anymore. I mean, this
15
here's
I'll give you
something.
all my gold
That's
points
just-
after March 31st of next year.
Well, no, actually, March 25th of this
Okay.
year, because I actually here's something. This surprised Jess. I guess they didn't know about my secret activities down here in this basement area. But I spent $20 on on Fortnite. I paid for a Ghost Rider skin because I have the first appearance of Ghost Rider, and I wanted to get a skin because I play Fortnite just to talk to my wrestling friends, and that's when I realized that gold points don't exist anymore. I know that some people on various podcasts said that maybe there would be ones that might exist that existed before the time, and they were incorrect because it was really sad to put like $8 to get a skin, and it's like no gold
just to
points.
see it go up in flames.
I mean, I started smoking cigarettes.
Ghost Rider.
When I was
Ghost Rider
a teenager, I started smoking cigarettes because Johnny Blaze smoked cigarettes. The original Ghost Rider, not fucking Johnny Cage. Well, I mean, no.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage did a shitty job as he was never Ghost Rider. He was never Johnny Blaze. He was a shitty fucking version of it. And he ate fucking jelly beans. He did not smoke cigarettes. He
Sounds
sucked.
like Ronald Reagan to me.
I'm just telling you. Johnny, like the original, I have Marvel Spotlight 5. I have the original Ghost Rider. Sorry, we're way off. My basement flooded. Just let me know. It's my first day. I've never podcasted ever before. It's my first day. Whatever. Like just let me go. It's fine.
A lot of the sizzle reel stuff after this is kind of,
Yeah, let's just blaze right through it. This is the third-party sizzle reel montage.
and a lot of it is repeated from.
Ooh.
Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess, which is a
Capcom.
Capcom action game. So
Capcom.
It looks like it's set in ancient Japan.
Part 2.
Kind of cool. I need to know more about it. Coming out on release day. Hollow Knight Silk Song. That's next for Jeremy.
Silk Song.
Yes.
Nobody ever cared
And
about
it's
that game
sizzle
ever.
reel.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
I do.
fucking sizzle reel.
I do have a story about Silk Song. So last week when I was editing last week's podcast, I was playing. I played the I played the Switch one direct, the one we did before. That's like whatever, we blew through that. But I was like YouTube. All right, let's just play this one thing and then just play whatever you want. And the next thing they played was the 2019 Treehouse. Them playing fucking Silk Song in 2019. Like it's gonna come out tomorrow, and it's like fucking 2025 now. And I was like, what, Silk Song in 2019?
Yeah.
Like it just kind of blew my mind.
We got Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar, the
Yeah,
Nintendo
cool.
Switch 2
And just
edition.
moving past on all the people that like just jizzing all over Silk Song. We're just getting past that. All the people that love Silk Song.
Next up, Goodnight Universe. It's a game where apparently you're
Still
a baby, and I don't
Still
know.
going. They came
like
so much on Silksong. All the people.
I don't know
did.
if it's like a.
It's a big deal.
It's a
game
Teletubby
version
simulator.
of Goodnight Moon or something, but I don't know.
I thought you might like that one. I thought maybe you mentioned that one on one of our one of our Halloween episodes.
It's the Carl
something
Sagan
like that.
Goodnight Moon.
No, the one that I have is Among the Sleep, where you play as a baby.
Mhm.
Okay,
a
but
horror game.
Goodnight Universe looked interesting. I guess I would love to go back to being a baby and not just constantly think about my own death.
Don't care
So
about 2
anyway,
Museum.
2 Point Museum. What's
Okay,
that
what
about?
2 Point Museum?
Wild Heart S.
Wild Heart S looks like Monster Hunter, like a ripoff.
Actually, that one looked kind of cool. I mean, I don't know. I've never heard anything about it, but I thought it looked interesting.
It looks very Monster Hunter.
Witchbrook again.
another
We
one
mentioned earlier. Looks
before.
cool.
Puyo
Puyo
Puyo Tetris
Tetris
2S.
2S.
I'm
cool.
married to a witch person, so hey, witches are cool. Yeah, Puyo Puro. I should order another thing from Japan, but Jeremy was saying earlier it may not work on
It
my
may not work.
American
Coming out
Switch.
on launch day. Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma.
I
Another launch day game.
saw a lot of really cool previews of this. I'm planning on buying this one. So
The Rune Factory?
yeah, the Rune. It's basically the Rune Factory with whatever breath. There's grass in it, so it's like Breath of the Wild. No, I saw.
It's like open world Rune Factory.
Yeah, no, the Nintendo World Report did some good previews of it, and I think it looks cool. And
Marvel Cosmic Invasion again.
and way back in the day, I watched some Japanese directs where they talked about it, and no other podcast talked about it, and I was like, hey, this one is cool, and that's why I remember it still to this day.
After Marvel, we got Star Wars Outlaws coming to Switch 2.
I want to play it because I could only play it on PS5 and I don't have PS5, so I'll
Yeah,
play
it's
it on
kind of
Switch
cool.
too. I mean, I
Nobunaga's
think
Adventure.
your sister's husband will probably get it, and you'll play it, and you'll be like, oh, that's all right. Because didn't you do that with Jedi Outcast?
True. Yeah, I played it for a minute.
I'm just saying he'll probably get it.
He probably
I mean,
will.
if he didn't have it on PS5, he'll probably get it for PS.
Yeah, he likes Star Wars
or
stuff.
for Switch too. I mean, a lot of people really liked it. Is what I'm saying. It got a lot of good talk from all the peeps I listened to and all that.
No one cares about Nobunaga or Fast Fusion.
Or his
But
ambition.
Nobunaga's Ambition, the sequel to the Super Nintendo game, which, by the way, the Switch 1 Direct on the Japanese side, it had all those games on there at the front, and also the Donkey Kong game, and they had a bunch.
There is no Donkey Kong game. We haven't gotten there yet.
No. I'm talking about the re-release of the Wii game that was at the top of the Japanese Direct of Switch 1. The Donkey Kong Country Returns HD version, that was at the beginning of the Direct. But also, they had all of the Super Nintendo games, which I have not played yet because Xenoblade Chronicles X has not released my heart from itself. I love that game. It cannot let me go.
Next up was Fast Fusion, a racing game that looks a lot like Wipeout, coming on launch day. Shadow Labyrinth made another appearance.
Wait,
with the Nintendo Switch
hold
Edition.
on.
Yep.
Oh, wait. So Fast Fusion is the sequel to Fast RMX, which released for the Switch 1. Come on, we should know this.
We played that at the Switch.
It
We
was
played that
released
at the
on the
Switch
first
event.
day of the Nintendo Switch.
And it was like F-Zero.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I got Fast RMX, the new one. Well, I got it for Wii U, and then I got it for Switch as well because I wanted to have Switch games. And I was playing it, and I was like, this course is exactly the same as F-Zero GX, and it turns out it was. They used the exact same courses for F-Zero GX for Fast RMX, and now this game, which of course I'm going to buy it because I love F-Zero and they're loving on F-Zero too. So yes, Fast Fusion is Fast RMX 3. Is what it
After
is.
that, two more repeats: Raidu Remastered and No Sleep for Konami Date.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier.
Another
so
new one.
Go past.
It, which is Reanimal. Looks like a horror game, kind of like Limbo or Little Nightmares. They just showed a few seconds.
Looks
of
all
it.
right.
Fortnite. We all know Fortnite. Day one.
Yeah, if nothing else, you can play that for free if you can't afford to buy a $80 game. You got your Switch too.
I did post it to our because I got a text through our group chat or whatever, wrestling group chat or whatever. But Shake was like, "Oh yeah, this direct is crazy," and I was like, "Yeah, we were talking about shit," and I was like, "Yeah, new Fortnite. Finally, Fortnite will look better." I mean, well, apparently from what, because they released a list of like all the different things that will not work on Switch 2 from Switch 1, and Fortnite was on there, but they're gonna release a new Fortnite for Switch 2 because it's free to play. So I just hope that I can carry my things over there because I got my fucking Ghost Rider skin.
I want to know why they're calling this Arcade Archives 2 Ridge Racer.
Ridge Racer. I'm buying this one too because I love Ridge Racer.
It's not Ridge Racer 2. It's called Arcade Archives 2 Ridge Racer, which I guess that means that this is going to set. I guess this means that this is going to be like the precedent for Arcade Archives going forward on Switch 2. They're going to call it Archives 2 going on.
So they're probably going to incorporate
Archives also.
Why not just call it Arcade Archives?
Continue. The features from the Switch 2, and that's why it's Archives 2 because it's attached to.
Well, they should. I mean, they should call it 2, because they have like 5 million games.
Like maybe you can do the thing with the chat, and you can have your head show up and all that fun stuff.
I was pretty excited. I was like, how many? Because we all get excited about new systems coming out, and I was like, Ridge Racer. Yes, I'm getting that one because I could probably get it for like $6, and it's going to be way cheaper than the fucking demo thing that we have.
I mean, all these things you say you're going to buy, they're coming out day one. So,
but I'm getting that. I'm getting it.
Heavy wallet.
I'm just saying. I'm putting it down right now. I'm putting it down.
Heavy wallet.
As relating in the new world of Steam, I'm interested in this one coming out sometime 2025. No release date.
John, that was on your bingo, right? That was on
Switch 1 bingo? First bingo, on the Switch 1 bingo, so I'm not counting it for this one.
But no, you should count it because you did say it, and there was there, and I was like, John said that,
but it's not in your
works.
Chart, so it makes sense.
It is correct. You did it. You made it. You're a great person. You just pat yourself on the back.
I think the Switch 2 Direct and the Switch 1 Directs are the same Direct. I think they're the same Direct.
Exactly, they're the same Direct, both of them.
Essentially.
They are one and the same.
Plaza made another appearance here. After that, Human Fall Flat 2, which I have the original, and I never really played it that much, so I'm kind of not really that interested in this one.
Oh, I thought you liked it. I thought you liked the first one.
It does seem like your kind of game with the individual limb
like it.
Control and all that.
For some reason, it just didn't grab me, but I liked it. It's not bad. It's just kind of, I don't know. I have it, and I don't play it, so that speaks for itself, I guess. Last third-party game is the Duskbloods.
Yeah, definitely not last. This was, we said it earlier, but this is like this is Nintendo touching the sun or the face of God or the face of existence. This is Nintendo like becoming immortality is having a fucking From Software
and a Miyazaki directed one.
Yeah,
he's actually going to do on. I see that it's in the notes, but there's going to be like a director interview with him that I really want to
in 2 days. Yeah,
but like this is like the equivalent of
touching the sun or the face of God.
No, I was going to say this is kind of like Monster Hunter Rise, to be honest. But to be honest, it's like a.
But I didn't think it would happen, right? I mean, did you? Did you think that From Software would do a full exclusive for Nintendo?
No, I did not. Absolutely not. I thought maybe they're the Bloodborne 10-year anniversary, which this looked like Bloodborne the way they're talking, and it sounds
a lot of
like
people
Bloodborne.
called it a Bloodborne sequel. Honestly, I thought it was Bloodborne when I first saw it, and I was like,
and maybe it is because they don't own the rights to it.
I was like, holy shit, was Jeremy right? Because like last week. You said, Bloodborne 10th anniversary. And I was like, that would be a fucking baller move, right? If Nintendo would be like, oh yeah, Bloodborne, like fucking remastered on Switch. I
don't know.
Exclusive. I'd be like, what? Like, drop the mic there. Like, you're done.
I mean, they showed off Silk Song and the Sizzle Reel, and then they've got a FromSoft exclusive. Yeah, Nintendo's like,
and they kind of killed the fuck out of that.
They're fucking ready to go. Like, this next generation of the Nintendo is current generation as much as it can be. I think it's going to be. I think we've got to the point where even if one company or whatever releases something that has better hardware or whatever, it doesn't matter anymore. Like now, we're at the Switch 2 is current gen. I'm going to say that.
Well, yeah. I mean, somewhat. I mean, there are still things that are only on PS5 that don't exist there, which I do want to talk about this. So, I mean, one of my bingo cards, which I counted it, but I had a, Final Fantasy VII Remake / Rebirth. Rebirth is exclusively on PS5. That's not on there. And also, Tekken 8, which, we did have a Tekken Tag Tournament on Wii U, which had all the Nintendo stuff on there. That's a PS5 only game, which is also not on there. And no City of Wolves, which is also PS5 only. And also, the big one, GTA 6, which I'm never going to buy that game, but apparently it's going to sell for $900 or just $100 or whatever.
It's probably going to be $100.
I know that's so much for a game that I'm never going to like. But I mean, I don't know.
It's not much for a game that's going to last 10 years. Essentially, $10 a year.
I mean, for you, it's gonna. I mean, it's gonna last that much for you.
Sure.
That's $1.20.
I mean, I never liked any of the other ones, but I'm not $100. Like, fuck off.
Right now, it's less than $1.20.
I mean, $100 for a game I never liked, for a series I never liked. But I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, there's nothing on there that has been specifically PlayStation 5 only. There's nothing, like, from what we've seen on Switch 2, there's nothing on there for that. All of this is stuff that is on Series S or Xbox One or PS4 or whatever. So,
except for Dusk of Bloods.
Well, this is a new game, but I mean, this is a new game that's specific for that. Does that necessarily make it future-proof? I don't think so. I don't know.
I think it just makes it cool that FromSoft values the new Nintendo console, that they're making an exclusive. If nothing else, it's even a timed exclusive.
It's like, hey, we need to have this thing from the competitors, and let's throw a ton of money to it. But I mean, I was kind of a little disappointed that I wanted to see some things that were just like specifically for PS5, and we didn't have any of that. And it was all like stuff that we knew were on. Well, maybe. I mean, we don't even know the specs really. Nobody's put that out.
I don't think it matters because it didn't before. So why would it matter now?
It didn't before. I just don't want to have to get a PS5 to play Tekken 8.
Well, you'll have to get a Nintendo Switch 2 to play Kirby Air Riders, which is
Kirby Air Riders. Yeah.
Secret
which
game.
Is Sakurai's game.
Honestly, that kind of blew my mind too. Actually, for the patrons, if you've been watching the TVs behind me, I've been playing Kirby Air Ride on GameCube in the back over here, which is very, very white right now. But Kirby's Air Ride, that was a game that a lot of people talked about a lot and said it was really good. And I got it. I bought it at one of the MGCs, and I didn't think that was that great. But
I remember
we're gonna make it good. It's gonna be good
it was
now.
Like super delayed because it was like shown off very early on in the GameCube life cycle, and then
I remember
it
Pear.
Wasn't gonna happen.
I remember Pear giving it a not great review because you had to use one button to control everything.
Remember that too. It put me off to this game. But you know what has me?
I bought it because so many people liked it. But you know what? I'm getting Kirby Air Riders.
I think because interested in the idea
this is the first time where I've been like, I don't know about this game, but like when I saw it was Sakurai's new game, I'm like, maybe I will play it.
No, I'm
just curious about a Sakurai racing game. That's the only thing. I've said it many times. I'm not into Kirby games. You could take Kirby out of it for all I care. I'm interested in a Sakurai racing game.
It's a racing game. It's completely different. You're not going to fly over things. You have to turn at the right time. It has nothing to do with that one Game Boy game that you played.
Air Riders 2.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm interested in a Sakurai racing game. So I'm here. It's got my attention. One more thing.
That was basically it, though.
Donkey Kong.
There's nothing else. Forget it. Yeah, nothing else remarkable. Nothing else absolutely mind-blowing, beautiful. Possibly the best-looking Nintendo game ever made. Who knows?
Really? I don't believe that. No, that was my that was my middle theme earlier. Was a Geo modification Donkey Kong because that's what we got here.
Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's a actual Donkey Kong.
So hold on. So Jeremy,
person adventure game.
So hold on, Jeremy. So when you saw the silhouette and you saw the big hat, were you like, what, Diddy Kong? What the fuck happened to you?
No,
you got all these muscles everywhere. It's like we're taking Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, we're putting them together. That's what I thought. It's like, I got to tell you, I'm not in love. I'm not in love with the art style of this. I'm really not.
Oh, I'm opposite. I'm in love with it.
I mean, but you never played the Donkey Kong Country games.
Yes, I did.
I mean, but you didn't love them as much as we did.
I liked them.
But
I think it looks great.
It looks great.
It looks like.
I mean, he's got suspenders.
No, it looks like they're giving the Odyssey treatment to Donkey Kong. Like you're making him really
minus the super annoying song, so that's cool.
But he's really like boingy, and
animated.
animated.
expressive.
He's looking at everything. Yeah, exactly. It's like
Something going on in every corner of the screen. Yep.
like we
that's
might
great.
see his nipples. You know, we saw Mario's nipples. Maybe.
Well, anticipation.
You probably will.
So like I don't know. To me, this felt like this generation's Odyssey.
I think
It kind of seems that way.
Until the next Mario comes along.
Right, but it's like Donkey Kong
Thank
God,
or thank gods, or thank the universe, thank whatever you believe in, or Christian Science, or whatever the fuck you believe in. Thankfully, it was not Donkey Kong plus Mario. That sounded like the shittiest game of all shittiestness of all time. Thankfully, that was not what it was. With Mario plus Donkey Kong.
No, I like it. It looks like it's Donkey Kong
so.
in the realm of it's like an unofficial sequel to Donkey Kong 64 is what it looks like. It looks like it's Donkey Kong in the realm of.
I thought it was an April Fool's thing where it's like Donkey Kong 64 on like fucking NSO. Like if we're having like a 3D Donkey Kong game, why can we not get the original Donkey Kong 64 game? I mean, I'm not saying it's a great game, but I would just love to just play it on there, just to have it on there.
It'll happen shortly before this game.
I thought it would be a fun.
I imagine we'll see it before June.
I thought it'd be a fun stream where we could all like play the shitty multiplayer.
Try to get every banana.
I mean, well, no, but that's the single player. I'm talking about. I mean, there was a multiplayer thing where you like shoot each other in the fucking face with a fucking banana gun. It's ridiculous.
It's like what they did with like Conquer.
Well, it was before Conquer, but yeah, it was similar to that. Yeah, the Teddy Empire, or what was it? Mark and what was it? Mark and Ryan would say the evil Teddy Empire. So they would refer to it as.
Well, let's talk about the gist of this game. You can walk around in like Geomod. You can destroy the environments.
Red Faction Donkey Kong. I loved Red Faction.
The whole
that was
game
a
on
good game.
GameCube.
In this game, the ground walks on you.
Put Red Faction 2 on GameCube NSO, please. That was a good game. I loved it. I played the shit out of it.
Yeah, I think this game looks amazing. I'm really hyped for it.
I'm playing it. I will buy it. I will buy it for $70, and that's what it's going for, is $70, and I will pay for it.
I'll be happy about it. I like that it actually, like at some point, gives homage to the 2D games too. Like I don't know if that's a whole huge part of the game, or maybe it's like a recurring thing the way that it is in Odyssey. You know, when he does the 2D bits in Odyssey, maybe that's a recurring thing.
Did either of you guys notice that, like on the 2D stuff, it looked like very similar to the Donkey Kong Country games on Super Nintendo? Did you catch that?
Yeah.
They were parts that I was like, oh wait, I know that's the spot from this one. Like it was 100. It wasn't like, oh, here's a 2D game, nostalgia or whatever bullshit. Like this was actually from a level. Like I was like, oh, this is from. I was like, oh wait, no, that's from a level on Donkey Kong Country. You know, they're not just sheeping us or whatever. There was actually love put into it.
I think it was a really great way to end the presentation, and I think that it's Donkey Kong's time to shine. Let's give Donkey Kong his big 3D open world game that we always wanted to play. We've been talking about it for years, and Mario is going to have a great 3D Mario game.
This holiday.
Definitely going to happen soon.
Yeah.
Let's just I'm all about this Donkey Kong game. This right here.
It had a release date.
It's amazing.
No, it's July 17th.
Yeah, this Donkey Kong game is the Mario game that I didn't know I wanted.
I'm glad that they're taking a chance on that, and they're doing and they're like, hey, let's do a 3D DK game. I'm actually more excited about this than I would be if it was an Odyssey 2.
Same.
So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm glad. Like I was expecting Mario, but I'm so glad that it was this instead. Mario can wait for another day. It'll be great when it comes out. Again, I'm saying this Christmas we'll get a Mario game.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's a great way to end this.
There'll be some more directs, after that. But I think what we should end it with, and I see you have it here, which thank you for doing that. We have all the launch day games, so
yes,
I think we should end it as like what would we get for the Switch 2 launch day? What would we buy?
Sure. Yeah, I picked my launch day games, so if you guys haven't already, maybe this will give you a moment to think about it. I'll go first. Launch day, I'm getting Mario Kart World. I'm getting Hitman World of Assassination, the Signature Edition.
Yep.
And if it's under $15, I'll get that stupid Nintendo Switch 2 welcome tour just out of curiosity.
It should be like it should really be like $5.
$5, yep. As for that, now those are the launch day games. As for the launch window, I'm getting Tony Hawk. I'm going to get Elden Ring. I think I'm going to get Hyrule Warriors. I'm pretty interested in that one. Marvel Cosmic Invasion, of course. I'm expecting that to be $25, like the Ninja Turtles game. Yep. Yeah, launch window meaning anything shown in this direct. Yep.
I thought like launch window, like anything at 2025.
Professor Layton and the New World of Steam and Donkey Kong Bonanza. If I were to get all of those games, I'm estimating it would be $540.52. So I need to save my money.
It's spread from like some weeks. I mean,
that's not including the hardware.
You could DoorDash that. You know, I mean,
I can DoorDash that. Sure.
I made $400 on a couple of days, on 3 days on whatever the fuck it's called, whatever thing I use, Grubhub, that one.
Sure. All right, what are you guys getting?
I mean, I'm just getting Mario Kart World. Like that's the only thing I will get.
And you're getting the digital bundle, I'm assuming, of course.
Yeah, that's what I want. And
that savings, $30. Jeez, you'd save $30 by getting that.
I mean, what the?
That's
fuck?
what I have. I did actually do the thing through the Nintendo Online where.
Me too.
Where you expressed.
Yes,
your interest.
I wanted to. Express interest. I wanted to say that because it's kind of hilarious. It's like click this to express interest. It's like. What? What the fuck is this?
Supposedly, it actually is linked to your Nintendo account.
So it's
I understand what it is. It's just it's just the way they say it is hilarious to me. Express interest. Yes. Yeah, express interest into the thing that like fucking 10 million people who watch it on YouTube give a shit about. You want to express interest in it? Like, come on. It's just so dumb the way they're saying it. But yeah, are those all the ones that you're picking, Jeremy?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I kind of want Street Fighter 6. I guess I'll say that as well.
Come on. Well, I want John. Street Fighter 6. Come on. Open world, Final Fight, Metro City. You know what's really fucking cool? You know, when I got the leverless controller, and this isn't not even just on the leverless controller, but they actually made it to where you can move the camera around from just pushing the buttons because they know that like fighting game fans want to play with a good stick, and they made it to where you can actually move around and move the camera from pressing different buttons, and that's fucking cool. And hopefully the loading isn't as bad as PS4, but chances are it's probably going to be worse. But we'll see. I'm still going to pay for it. But for my purchases on the day one of Switch 2, and like I said, thank you so much for putting all these on here, because I was like somebody should do this, and I didn't see it anywhere on the. You should be on Blue Sky or something, put it up there, and maybe people would be like, "Hey, you're a great person." They would look at it and be like, "Hey, you're awesome."
Should I got the whole list here.
But I'm getting Ridge Racer because I love Ridge Racer 64. I'm getting that. I'm getting Bravely Default HD Remaster. Cyberpunk, probably not, but I'm very interested in it. GameCube NSO, we're already going to get that because we're already paying for it. And I'm definitely getting the Ultimate Edition of Street Fighter 6 because I had it on my bingo card, and I'm getting all of those amiibo, even though I wish that they. Can you just give me a fucking Zangief amiibo? Come on, he's my favorite. He's my main. Zangief has so many good moves in Street Fighter 6.
They don't have enough hair plastic to actually make Zangief.
For all the muscles, all the giant muscles. No, but seriously, Zangief on Street Fighter 6, like he's got some fucking badass moves. And Manon, like she was fucking cool as shit too. Our friends Smashing Theory. They played as Manon the whole time, and she doesn't have a fucking. I mean, I've seen actually more people give a shit about her than the other amiibo they got on here. Is all I'm saying. I was saying we should do all of the characters. We need to have Bison on there, but he's called the Dictator because we don't need to know about all the different names for him because M. Bison was the American version, but he's actually called Vega, but now he's called the Dictator. I would love to see that too. I just want to see all the versions of the. Give me all the Street Fighter 6 characters of Amiibo, please, because I love that game so much. It's so good. Everybody, buy it. Damn it, buy Street Fighter 6. It's so good.
So counting up all of these games, including the GameCube games, that's 23 games available at launch for the Switch 2. All in all, I think this is like a fantastic launch lineup. With a great variety, something for everybody, multiple somethings for everybody.
And we still don't know, like. They haven't really show their full hand.
I guarantee there's going to be other.
There's more to come.
I guarantee you, at least there's going to be other third-party stuff for this. Because what was it? People were saying that some people didn't get
And they didn't even mention Balasha.
development kits yet. Yeah, it's good. But also, it's like stuff that's already announced for Switch 2, where it's going to be like, or for Switch 1. I was going to say Switch also, but yeah, for Switch 1, where it's just like, oh wait, but also this version, and we haven't talked about. There was the 60 FPS version of Xenoblade Chronicles X,
which may or may not be built into the current.
Well, I got 10 X's, no bingos. I'm not going to go through them all, but man, I got a lot of X's, no bingos.
You got 10? You got 10, but X's, no bingos? 10 X's,
0 bingos. Yep.
Wow. That's
just a bad arrangement. Yep. It's got to be a record.
Yeah. Well, I have 7 and I got a bingo. But 10?
10.
That's a lot of spaces, but still no bingo. That's wild.
Yep. I'll go through them real quick. Okay, so Metroid Prime 4, Tony Hawk, GameCube NSO, Nintendo Extreme Sports Games. That's the wheelchair basketball game. I said it was safe with a hint of Weird Nintendo. I think that's also the wheelchair basketball game.
I do want to say, I think the wheelchair basketball game, that's a really cool, inclusive thing that they're doing. That's pretty rad. Yeah,
definitely. That's
cool. I didn't expect that, but I do think that's really rad, and I'm very interested in it. And like I said, it reminds me of the Cyber Sled, with a controller where you kind of go back and forth to turn. I always really like that control. So I'm super.
I think it's cool that there's going to be some kids out there who maybe in wheelchairs who are looking at this, going, "Wow, Nintendo made a game, about me, or that appeals to me."
Exactly right. Yeah, it's more cool. It's more inclusive, and I appreciate that.
Very cool. We definitely won on the focus on social. This is absolutely a social focused system, very clearly. New Nintendo IP. Basically, that's 3 bingos off of that wheelchair basketball game. Chibi Robo finally got it. Amen.
Yep.
Sakurai Mystery Game and the updated NSO app. Now this one's kind of
Sakurai as well. Yeah, you got
this one's kind of a hidden secret. The updated NSO app. So buried in the announcement of the Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild DLC is you'll see a screen where it says the NSO app will be changed. The name is going to be changed to the Nintendo Switch app. So not Nintendo Switch Online, Nintendo Switch app, which says to me that this app is going to change to be open to everybody, regardless if you have a membership or not, and that there will be some sort of paywalled section for the NSO members. So the app is changing. I got a bingo or a bingo mark on this one, an X on this one, not a bingo. The last thing I wanted to talk about is the price of this thing. So I did a whole chart here listing all the different parts, accessories, whatever you want, what they're all going to cost, and I added it all up. So
what you're gonna are you gonna buy the camera?
So I have
$50 camera.
I put 2 different tiers on here. I have one.
So you can use your own camera, right?
You can use your own cameras, yeah.
But it's got to be a USB-C.
That's true.
I have a minimum
because I got a couple cameras, but USB-A.
So I have a minimum tier on here of things that are I'm going to buy at an absolute minimum, and then I have the maximum, get everything that I want tier. At a minimum, looks like I'm going to be spending $816.15.
What? Really?
Yes.
Well, I mean,
with tax.
Well, I guess.
But honestly, go through and add it up. Use this chart. I got a spot on here for you. You can use it.
No, you got me on that because I did say earlier that I was going to get 3. I was going to get 3 docks, but I do want 3 docks. Just because that's my lifestyle. That's what I need. I need it. That's what I need to have. I need those 3 docks, please.
But if you get the system,
put it in my veins. Put the docks in my veins, please.
Some perspective for those of you who might think that's a little outrageous. The $816. If you get this system, say the Mario Kart bundle plus 1 additional game with tax, you're already going to be spending almost $600.
I was hoping that next week we could just put all the money down for the system, and then you can do that, and then you kind of categorize it after that, and then you put the money for the extra stuff after that, so you're not paying at the same time. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when you're doing the pre-order, you can put everything down for the pre-order early, so when June comes, you already paid for it a few months before. Then it's future yourself paying for that, and it's all right, well, whatever we're gonna get a couple games, so that's only $200, so it's less. That's how I'm thinking about it, where I'll just pay for the system now, and then I'll pay for the extra stuff later.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to work out about that way for me too. I think I can,
right?
cover
I
the
mean,
system
because
now and then everything else
because
later.
I had a space in my bank account and my credit card, like for the possible like $400-$500 or whatever for the Switch 2. But I was like, well, I'll just pay for that. I'll pay for that now. I just want to have the system. But then after that, I can pay for it online, like when it comes out in June, and that I'll worry about that in June. Like that's. I mean, it's like what month is it? It's fucking April. We got like 2 months till June. I got time to build up money for
doable.
that.
So I would advise anybody who's wanting a Switch 2, and that's pretty much everybody who's listening to this. Like, look at all this stuff. Write down the price, plot it out, and go for it. You got 2 months. It's gonna add up to more than you think if you haven't really looked at it, because it did kind of sticker shock me when I really looked at it today. I want the case, I want the GameCube controller, all that added up to $816. So, yep.
I want 3 docks. Well, I mean, I don't know if I get them all at once, but I think I should probably at least get 2, because I gotta have my streaming dock and my upstairs dock and my travel dock or what. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I'll do it. We got 2 months to save it all up, and a little bit less time to actually put some money down. Next week is going to be the pre-orders.
I mean, next week I want to throw everything down for the system, and then a couple months later I'll pay for the. I would figure it'd just be all on the eShop, right? You just put it on there.
Yep.
I do have to mention there's a thing I saw online during the Direct when they were showing all the Switch 1 to Switch 2 upgrades. Interesting thing, and I saw Game Explain did it as well. Yoshi's Woolly World is on there. They show, and I saw it. Jess and I were watching, and I saw it on there. Why the fuck is Yoshi's Woolly World on there? It was not announced for Switch yet. It's a Wii U game, very good Wii U game, and it's there when it's showing the upgrades. It's like, oh, we get upgrades from Switch to Switch 2. You can see the bottom half of the cover of Yoshi's Woolly World, and it's like
maybe.
You're doing the fucking Leonardo DiCaprio meme where it's like, there it is.
Gotcha.
I know what that is, and I saw it. I saw it on Twitter, and I was like, is that real? But then we were watching it earlier, and I was like, wait, that is fucking Woolly World right there. So Woolly World is coming to Switch 1 or Switch 2 or whatever. It's getting re-released.
Look out for tomorrow and the day after, because they're gonna drop in some kind of secrets in Treehouse.
We got the Treehouse, which actually. Yeah, for back when E3 was a thing, they did do that where, what was it, Metroid Prime 2, the remake of, no, not Prime 2, Metroid 2, Samus Returns was actually announced during the Treehouse, so we did have extra stuff that happened during Treehouse stuff, so I won't have any time for this, because I'm just going to edit this 3-hour podcast, hopefully, and then go to Jeremy's house, and then go to see Echo Astral and Mannequin Pussy.
It's going to be a good show.
Yeah, I'm excited, very excited.
Nintendo Switch 2. All right, there it is. The Directs. That is it. 2 Directs in 1 episode.
3 hours.
Wow. What a great time to be a Nintendo fan.
And alive. What a great time to be alive and a Nintendo fan. Yeah, no, I mean, seriously, like the From Software, exclusive, was like, I mean, they really I felt like they really killed it there. I was like,
I can't wait to check out that Miyazaki interview.
I was just so surprised. I was like, you got a fucking From Software exclusive? Like, fuck. You won everything. Like, holy shit. Yep. I mean there's a lot of other great things on there, but that one was I felt like the fucking nail in the coffin there. Like, I mean, yes, obviously, Jeremy, you talked a lot about From Software, but not just you. A lot of people have talked about how great those games are, and it's just just having an exclusive to Nintendo, what the fuck? Seriously, that was a big deal. Huge deal, I thought. Big fucking thing. So, yeah.
All right. Great couple of Directs. I got to get going to bed.
I got to get
everybody, we'll see you next week.
But yeah, thanks everybody for listening. And NintenDomain, was it patreon.com/NintenDomain podcast, youtube.com/NintenDomain podcast. I posted a lot of stuff because Switch 2 is happening now. So I wanted to get people to see things of us or whatever. But we just did a really good expansion pack episode, which you can get for just $1, where we just talk about the the releases, basically we talk about the last 5 console releases of Nintendo games and our experiences with them, and we all kind of intertwine with each other. And I thought it was a really good episode. I thought it was one of our best. I thought it was one of our best expansion pack episodes that we've done thus far. But this is 71. There's 70 other ones that you can listen to that are very good. So check those out. And like I said earlier, if you don't want to hear the ads, you can do that as well. But yeah, we're your hosts. Thank you so much for listening. We're your hosts. I'm Trey Johnson.
I'm Jeremy McCaskey.
I'm John Knitter.
Anyway, thank you so much for listening. See you next time.
See ya.
See ya. Yeah, and I got to edit this podcast in like less than that. I got to edit this podcast when this podcast is done recording, so I got to do shit too. So
yeah, I have to work in the morning too.
Well, I got to edit this podcast and then get up and drive to Champaign to the Canopy Club. Anyway,
right,
I'm
ready.
recording. Sorry, it's been a day. It really was. It's been a day.